Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi, and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today, we are yet again with the SDE preparation for 3 hours. So, before I introduce myself and what the stream is all about, let me first add Yash Dwivedi and Abhinav Avasthi to the stream. Hi Yash, hi Abhinav, how are you?
Hi Siddharth, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. What
Yeah,
about you?
Uh, Hi Abhinav, how are you?
yeah, I am also fine.
Okay, so can
So
I have
all
a
of
quick
you,
one in the chat? If you're present in the chat? Yep, Yash, you were saying something.
yeah, so all of you can give us +1 in the chat, and you can write Abhinav OP in the chat as well.
Okay, so can I have a quick introduction about you, Abhinav?
Sure. So, hi guys. Myself, Abhinav Avasthi. I'm currently pursuing third year BTech HBTU Kanpur. I'm also an upcoming software developer engineer intern at LinkedIn, and currently I'm working as a DSA mentor at GeeksforGeeks.
Okay. What about you, Yash? Can I have a quick introduction about you?
Uh, yeah, so I'm working as a DSA mentor at Geeks4Geeks. Besides this, I'm a candidate master on Code Forces and 5-star on Code Shift. So this was all about me.
Okay, so let's end with me. So, hi everyone, I'm Sadat Hazra. I'm an SDE at I'm SDE at Geeks for Geeks. Besides that, I'm also a candidate master. So, I think we can move forward. Many people are up here. So 45 live viewers at this point of time. And how much is the like count? Let me just see.
I think it's 25.
Okay, 25. So I think we need to increase the like counter. So can everyone quickly increase the like counter? Okay, so Abhinav, can you tell me what this stream is all about?
Yeah, sure. So, guys, in this particular 3 hour live stream, which is nothing but SDE preparation, we'll be talking about the really important topic of SDE preparation, which is data structures and algorithm. We'll be solving the multiple like topics of it. We will solve some problem. We will have some understanding of the topics that we are going to discuss today. So today, me, Siddharth, and yes, will be there for you guys to solve the topics for you to make your concepts more clear and to get you ready for your SD preparation.
Okay, so let me brief that in general what Abhinav said. So talking about this video is kind of very much towards the beginner side as well as the intermediate side. So if you are an advanced programmer, your concepts would be revised. If you are a beginner, you would have the very first step towards coding, and if you are an intermediate, you would have a good problem solving practice altogether. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, fair enough. So okay, Abhinav, so can you brief about what you would be doing in the next few hours?
Sure. Yeah, sure. So, guys, we'll be starting with some basic topics of DSA, which are actually required for this particular thing. We'll be also like discussing about some concepts of DSA. Like I will be discussing about some concept, and Siddharth will continue. Then yes, will continue. Okay. We'll be also solving some problems related to that concept, so that you can also have a practical implementation of that. Okay, the complete DSA concept that we're having. So just stay with us for the complete life for this complete 3 hours, and I hope that you will be getting like some extra knowledge, some extra concept that you will learn. Okay. Also. Like apart from this, like before we begin this marathon stream, we also have a disclaimer for you all. As you all know that in these 3 hours we'll be going to going to all the important questions which are listed in our SDC. So I hope that everyone knows what SDC. If you don't know, so like in the upcoming part of the stream, we'll be letting you know about that what is GFG SDC. So what we are going to do is that we will be also discussing some concept and we will solve some important problems from our SDC. This stream will be highly beneficial for you in helping you in understand the pattern of interview questions and also to brush up your important and frequently asked questions in interviews. Also, guys, this stream will definitely give you a confidence so that you can boost your SDE interview preparation. And now, here is the disclaimer for you all that this stream is in no way mean to act just as the alternative of becoming a coder. No, this stream is for you to clear your fundamentals, to make you an efficient problem solver, a logic thinker, and so that you can have a strong hold on DSA. So in our last some streams also, which are these marathon streams, we have solved multiple problems, multiple concepts, and we are going to continue that series with you. So if you lack any one of the things that I told you, so while this stream might be a good starting point for you, if you want to
and
clear your
also
fundamentals, if you want to be a problem solver, yeah.
and also help you crack LinkedIn interviews.
Yeah, exactly. So like obviously like in these all the tech companies, these DSA is one of the most important topic. So while this stream might be a good starting point for you all to understand the level of SD questions, a better way to complete your preparation would be also this stream. Also, guys, if you want to also better like your interview preparation, your complete DSA preparation, so we also have something better from you. That will be DSA self-placed course by Geeks for Geeks. Yeah. So just like many of you must already familiar with the courses like in which you are enrolled, but for you all in this particular live stream exclusive, we all have a really good news. Yeah. DSA self-paced course, as we just speak right now, is available at an all-time high discount. Yeah, guys. So we have a discount, not 10%, not 20%. We have a discount of 25% for you guys. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
exactly. Okay.
so Siddharth, can you
So,
tell us the flow? Can you tell us more about the
okay.
flow of this stream?
Yeah, sure. So starting off, we would be having some bit of chit chat, and then we would be moving forward with Abhinav Avasti, where he would be teaching you the basic concepts like what is all about prefix sums and what are the different two pointers technique. Then moving forward, he would be like his stream would be inclined towards problem solving. Then coming back to me, I would be in between where I would be doing some conceptual question of sieve, segmented sieve, and then moving forward to some modular arithmetic. Then fast forward to that, we have Yash Trivedi, where Yash Trivedi would be catering the array section. Or Yash, I think you can explain better what you would be doing.
Yeah, so I'll be doing some mathematical questions, so some puzzle kind of questions that are in terms of that we'll be coding up efficiently. Apart from this, I'll also be teaching the line sweep algorithm as well, which is quite important for interviews and
Okay.
online
So
assessment.
Okay, so if a person who is a complete beginner, like he has solved only 5 to 10 problems in the platforms, and he wished to stand out in an interview, so till how much he would be prepared just by this 3 hours? Can I have a just the output? Like, what would be the impact of this, Yash Trivedi? What do you think?
So talking about Abhinav, as you know, Abhinav has cleared LinkedIn interviews. So most probably the topics that he will be teaching, they will be more inclined towards the interview side. Talking about Siddharth, so Siddharth will be covering Sieve and some prime topics. So basically those things are important in terms of interview as well as the online assessment. And talking about the things that I'll be covering, they will be logical puzzles. So they will be kind of CP oriented as well as online assessment oriented. So all three of us will try to cover topics diversely. They will just not be covering the problems. We have changed the format a little bit so that we can cover a little bit of topics, so that overall a diversified learning can be achieved through this particular live stream. and I can see that a lot of people are not giving us +1 that we normally get. So guys, please give us a +1 and hit the like button for Abhinav at least. Okay, and Abhinav, you can tell us what new thing you have bought, because I think you have like everything is
Mm,
getting
like
upgraded, but it's been a long.
from last some days, I haven't bought any new thing. So like, it's
Yeah,
fine.
in the last month he has bought a new house.
So
And
no, no,
it's
no.
true.
Abhinav has bought a new scooty, so all of you can give Congo in the chat, okay, or Abhinav OP in the chat. So he has bought a scooty. So after every stream, GFG gives him some money, and you can understand what that amount is. So all of you can write congratulations to Abhinav for buying a new scooty, and it's an electric scooty, and it's Ola scooty. So I hope that it will last longer. Okay. So let's just congratulate Abhinav in the chat, and then we'll proceed further, guys. Okay.
Okay. Hi Shad, hi Gaurav, hi Rishit, Vivek. So Rishit is kind of very regular to all the streams of Geeks for Geeks. Hi Abhi Gupta. So hi Vanshika. So no more people like the live viewers at this point of time is 46. Pizza bhejwa dena. So I think Bharti can DM you her address and you can send her pizza, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
So hi Sahil, hi Arvind. Okay, so at this point of time, if you're a complete beginner after the stream, you would be able to move forward with the problem, like what to see in the problem. What do you mean by constraints and all? What are the different levels that exist in different platforms? And fast forward to that, you would also understand that how the online judge actually works. Basically, like if an online, like you would understand the importance that the output should be absolutely akin to the program that you have written and the output files they have. So the test cases you are missing, you are having only wrong answers and all, so you can move forward with that. So Anand Kumar is wishing you okay, so many
Thanks.
people are wishing at this point of time. Okay, so I think we are ready to move forward. So if the time persists, we would have an ask me anything session the last 5 to 10 minutes, and after everyone completes, like after two, so keep posting up your question. The person who is not teaching would be bookmarking it, and after a completion of two questions, we would answer the bookmark questions. Make sure that you don't spam in the chat. Okay, fair enough. I think we are good to go. Abhinav, now you can take the lead and you can start off.
Sure, sure, sure. So great, guys. Let's start then like today's session. So guys, like as I'm going to start this particular live, the complete concept of this DSA that we are going to discuss today. So we will not be starting with a very advanced or something else. So we'll be starting with some basic topics which are really necessary for your SDE preparation. So what happens, guys, that the topics like greedy, topics like arrays string also have some concepts involved in it which are really important in the with the like point of interviews, coding rounds, or clearing the SD interviews. But what happens is because they are the basics, they are the starting of your DSA concepts. Sometimes people lag to understand it. So guys, will be all like we will starting with the basic concepts of DSA, like the basics of arrays, greedy techniques. I can say like the two pointers and sliding wheel techniques, which plays a very important role in like if I will tell you in my coding round of LinkedIn, there were two coding questions and one of them was from sliding window. So like sliding window and these concepts are sometimes really important for your coding rounds, for your other parts also. Okay, so let's like start with it. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, great, guys. So just give me 1 minute. Okay, okay, yeah, great, fine, guys. Okay, great, guys. So guys, like, what is greedy? If we talk about greedy, greedy is something like It's something where comes the maximum and minimum, and you don't have the dynamic values. Like what is happening in dynamic programming and greedy. So let's say if I'm talking you, if like let's say I'm talking from you key, okay, let's say you have two notes in front of you. One is a 10 rupee note, one is a 50 rupee note. Which note you will take? You will say that, yeah, obviously, why are you asking? I will take the 50 rupee note. That's fine. So you are just thinking of the profit at the same time, at the real time. You are not thinking of the later consequences. Okay. So this is a topic that happens. This is a concept that happens a lot. Okay. So what happens, guys? What happens now is whenever we are solving a greedy problem, a basic problem, we have to talk about this particular concept. So, guys, we have two very important and very basic concepts in greedy, which one of which is two pointers and sliding window. So guys, I will try to complete like to clear all your doubts regarding these two concepts, clear all your like difficulties which you will face. So let's start with what is two pointers approach. What is the like main agenda why we use these two pointers? So guys, whenever we have to like keep track of two different indices. So let's say if I'm talking about we have to just iterate through the array. We have to just iterate. So when we have to just iterate through the array, then what we do? Then let's say this array given to you. Okay, this is the array given to you, and you have to just iterate through it. So what you will do? You will simply take a iterator I, and you will move forward. You will move forward. That's all. But let's say I'm saying that you have to keep track of two values. You have to keep track of two basic pointers. Let's say I'm saying you have to find two numbers such that their sum is equal to, let's say, 5. Okay, or let's say you have to ask for two indices such that their sum is equal to a particular number. So whenever we talk about two, whenever we have to keep track of two different values, two different indices. In that case, guys, we all use the two pointers approach. Now let's say this is I and this is J. Now there are different problems, guys, which are done. So is this like till now, is it clear? Whenever we have to keep track of two different indices, in that case we use the two pointers approach. Okay, great. Now if you will talk about, let's say I'm asking a problem from you. I'm asking a problem from you. You want two indices I and J. You want two indices I and J such that the sum of this is, let's say this is array A. The sum of AI and AJ is equal to the given target. There is a target given to you. Let's say target is 9. So you have to check whether there are two values in this particular array whose sum is 9. So how you can check this thing? For checking this particular thing, you have to keep track of two different values, two different indices. And in that case, we use, so like two point is not a different algorithm. It's like it's not a different data structural algorithm. Okay. But if you talk about what it is, like if it is not an algorithm, if it is not a data structure, so kya hai two pointer? What is two pointer? Can anyone tell me? Like when we talk about greedy, when we talk about sliding window, when we talk about dynamic programming, when we talk about dark tracking, so they are not algorithms, they are not data structures. So kya hai ye? Guys, they are techniques to solve problems. So two pointer is a type technique to solve problem. So it is based on your problem. कि उस प्रॉब्लम में कौन सी किस तरीके से अप्रोच कौन सी अप्रोच यूज हो रही होगी. That is what is used. Getting? So this is an important point that happens. It's an approach. Exactly, Sai. Great. It's an approach. Okay. Great. And guys, exactly. So guys, in DSA, if we talk about in DSA, the practicing, the problem solving is really important. Okay, that is why like in our DSA course also, along with the videos, we have also included the problems in that. If you will see our DSA self-paced course, along with video, we have also added multiple problems that you can check it out. Okay, and also guys, today we are having a 25% discount in that DSA self-paced course, so you can check it out now. That is just exclusive for today, for this particular live, for the viewers of this particular live. Okay, great. So now let's continue. This is the thing, okay, guys. Now, if we talk about, guys, the next part, let's say this is the problem. Okay, you want two indices such that its sum is equal to the target given to you. Okay, then what to do? So what we will do? There are multiple methods. So let's take a sorted array. So can anyone tell me that if we were having a sorted array, then what we will use? In case
Okay,
of sorted
Abhinav,
array, what?
before you talk about the solution of this problem, I think I can just quickly explain on this point. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, fair enough. So Abhinav started off with the first thing that greedy is very important. But let us, as of now, understand what is greedy altogether. So greedy is an algorithm in itself, but to be honest, it is not an algorithm according to me. Basically, it's a simple idea. So suppose I want to have a big muscular body in the next 2 years or 3 years. So what I do is I wake up every day, I go and hit the gym, give my best, and then come back and then go the gym next day. So basically at each day I am giving my best so that the ultimate result I have is the best. So we can conclude that making local optimal decision so that we have the global optimal decision is known as greedy. So basically making the finest decision at that point of time is known as greedy. उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में जो सबसे अच्छा सोल्यूशन होगा हम लोग उसे पिक करेंगे. This is what is known as greedy. Then the very next thing is two-pointer approach. Two-pointer approach, as the name suggests, it is consisting of two pointers where we would be manipulating with the pointers and it would be pointing, which Abhinav would be catering. But till this point, the question is that consider one single pointer pointing to one element and the other pointer pointing to the second element. And the sum of both the element on which the pointers are pointing, it should be equal to some value that is given. ओके, बस इतना ही है. दो एलिमेंट जो एरे में है उनका सम एक पर्टिकुलर एक्स के बराबर होना चाहिए. Okay, sorry to disturb you, Abhinav. I think
Sure.
many people got off that, so I just made them all right. Okay,
No
I
worries.
think you can just.
Yeah. Thanks for it.
Yeah,
Thanks very much. So
most welcome.
let's now start. So great, guys. Please add the screen. I hope. Okay, great.
Yeah,
So fine.
done.
So
Thank you.
as you can see, this particular, is it added the screen? Okay, great.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, Abhinav,
Yeah.
it's there.
Okay. So great. So we want two such values whose sum is equal to the given target. Okay. So we have a problem also. We will solve about that. Okay. No worries. So guys, how we will find that whether there are two values or not? So what we can do, guys, we can simply iterate. Like I will take two pointers. I will take a first pointer here at the zero index, and I will take second pointer here at the last index. Okay. This is a very basic way how we have to do. Okay. Now we want the sum. Let's say we are saying that we want the target is equal to target that we want is equal to 15. Okay. We want our target as 15 or most probably as 13. Okay, 13. We want 13 as a target. So guys, tell me what is the current target? I is at 1, J is at 10. So currently what we are having, we want the sum 30. But abhi kya hai? What is currently we are having? So currently I is at 1, J is at 10. So currently the thing that we are having is 11. We are having 11. Okay. But we want 13. So how I can increase this? Should I increase I or should I increase J? How can I increase this sum? This is currently 11. So see, if you will update I from, if you will update J from here to here, so you can see that your sum is going to decrease. But if you will increase your I, then your sum will increase. And we have to increase the sum. So guys, whenever you will take this particular type of thing, means whenever you will consider there are two pointers and there will be some multiple conditions when we have to increase each pointer. So you have to also think are that conditions possible or not? Like let's say you are taking that both the pointers from the first end. like both from here. So from this end, if you increase I, then also some will increase. If you increase j, then also some will increase. You cannot take both the points from the same side. There can be some problems, there can be some other problems where this is possible. But in this case, it is not possible. In this case, it is not possible ki, like you are taking both the points from the same end. Because that's the basic thing. Got it? So that is what we are doing. Okay. So like what we are doing is that we are taking 2 pointers from first at the first and at the last. So now if your sum at these 2 points will be equal, that means we have got the answer. But this is this A and this I and this J are present, whose sum is equal. So I can simply print the value of I and J. Clear? But let's say if this sum A of I and A of J is less than target, then what to do? Let's assume that this sum is less than target. So in this
Then we
case,
want to increase the sum.
exactly. So which pointer will increase the sum? Tell me guys in the chat box. I or J?
Quickly comment on, guys.
Yeah.
If I want to increase the sum and this array is sorted, so currently the sum of the ith element and the jth element is lesser than the target. So which pointer should I move in order to increase the sum? So you can comment down I or j in the chat quickly.
Increase I,
Okay.
exactly. Okay.
I,
Increase I.
correct.
And guys, if
Why?
I have, yeah, exactly.
Because if you increase your I pointer, then array is in ascending order. So that is why the element will increase, and in indirectly the sum is going to increase.
Exactly. Great. Okay, great guys, great. So like this is a type of thing that we like that we were doing here. Great. So like this was just an intro which I have like told to you. Okay, that like how we started with 2 pointers, how we are like how we'll move on. So this is how like you can have multiple like that. Okay. Exactly. Condition until I is less than j. Okay. Exactly. I is less than j. That will be the condition. While it will be like there, this 3 conditions will do. So this is just like type of a pseudo code given to you. Okay, great. Now guys, like we can have some, so like see, today I'm not here to like solve the complete problems. I'm not here to like just take a problem and just solve it. No, it's not the case. We are here so that we can tell you about how the problems are asked in interviews, how you have to respond. So let's say this is the problem asked. This can be a pseudocode. Now let's meet. So now I just want from you guys some topics to like check your problem solving skills. So guys, let's say that I'm just erasing this thing, or let's let me write another array. See, let's say we have an array like this, 10, 5, 8, 3, 15, and 7. Okay, you can see this is not a sorted array, like it can be any part. Okay, so guys, in this particular case, if I will ask you key, you have to find 2 such indexes I and j such that the value of ai minus I is equal to aj minus j. Okay, so how we will do? Okay, sorry, I have like written the exact the logic for it. Sorry for it. See, now a different thing. So let's say I'm saying key you have to find 2 indices I and j such that the difference between the indices and the difference between the elements is equal. Getting 2 such indexes such that the difference between the indices and difference between the element is equal. So how you will do it?
So we can simply interchange the
So it's time for Abhinav to have dinner, na?
we can club I and j together.
I think we can club later. Abhinav needs to have dinner at this point of time. So for Abhinav sacrifice towards dinner, I think you Abhinav deserves a like.
I also have exam tomorrow, by the way, so it's fine.
Okay. So Abhinav's dedication, OP.
Yeah. So that's it, right?
Okay, you can move forward.
Yeah. So okay, guys. Like you want two such indexes such that a of I. So what I can do is it is very difficult to see. Are there any two indices? So if we take the brute force approach, so brute force approach will simply check for every ing, but it will be very costly. It will take order of n square. So what I will do, guys, as the question is saying find two ing such that ai minus aj is equal to I minus a, I will interchange it. I will make it ai minus I should be equal to aj minus a. What to do in this case? Now it's fine. Now what I can simply do is I can simply subtract every number with its index. Like 10 minus 0 will be 10, 5 minus 1 will be 4, 6, 0, 11, and 2. That's all. And then after that, guys, what I can simply do is after that particular thing, we can simply check are there two numbers whose value are equal. So you can see in this case there are no two numbers. So guys, that is the way how you can manipulate your question also. It's not possible. It's not like necessary key you have to solve in the way just like they are giving you. You can solve in different way. Is this approach clear, guys? Is this part like how we are doing this manipulating question? Okay. So like that is the quite approaches where it's not necessary always to apply that two pointers कि हाँ I और J लेंगे कुछ और तरीके भी हो सकते हैं better way to solve it. Is this part clear? Great, great, amazing. So that's the basic part that like we are having here. Okay, great. Okay,
Yeah,
fine, guys.
Abhinav, you can proceed further.
Yeah, exactly. So great. Let's move forward, guys. Let's move forward. Now let's talk about, guys. Now we have talked about like currently we have talked about the two pointers, but guys, sliding window approach is also very important. And in what cases sliding window is used, how it is used is also an important case. So guys, let's see our problem. Let's see our problem. I will just take this particular array only. I will just copy paste it. Uh, okay. So like this is the array that we are having. Okay. So guys, you can see one thing here. This is the array, and let's say I am saying you have to find a sub array of size 3 with maximum sum. So like there can be multiple subarrays with size 3 maximum sum, but you have to find the there are multiple subarrays of size 3, but you have to find the maximum sum out of it. So the first subarray of size 3 will be this. What is subarray? Contiguous elements. Okay, it cannot be non-contiguous. Okay, great. So like 10, 5, 8 is a subarray. Then 5, 8, 3 is a subarray. Then 8, 3, and 15 is a subarray. Okay. Then 3, 15, and 7 is also subarray. But if you will find the sum, so which is the maximum sum out of this? So this is the maximum, at least this subarray is giving you the maximum sum, which is nothing but 26. Okay. That is nothing but 26. So now thing comes if you will check for all the subarrays. Like see, if we talk about there's a array of size, and let's say this is ARR, its size is n, and in this array of size n, how many time complex to sliding window is usually order of n only. Okay, it's usually order of n. Got it? So why it's order of n? See, if we will do this thing using brute force approach. So what brute force approach will do, it will check for each and every subarray of size k or size 3. Each and every. Okay, great. So what happens is in that case, let's say we have n into each subarea of size k. So time complexity reaches order of n into k. It's not linear, but sliding window does this in linear time. Okay, how? See, what happens is, guys, what happens is key we first take the first part of the window. So what is the sum of this first window? Tell me, what is the sum of this first window from 0 to 2?
So Abhinav is having his like protein shake as of now.
Okay, yeah, okay. So sum is 23. Sorry, it's 23. Okay. So now what we will do is, see, two pointers and sliding window is also quite similar approach. Why? Because how we represent a subarray. Subarray means a starting point and the end point. Okay. Like here's a starting point, here's the end point. So it is also represented as a, I can say, as a subarray, like 2 pointers only. अच्छा मुझे बताओ guys, the first subarray is from 0 to 2. What should be the range of the second subarray?
1 to 4.
Okay. I think you are wrong. You are wrong.
Sorry, 1 to 3. 1 to 3.
No, no, like only one chance. You are wrong. So yeah, it's 1 to 3. Okay. So guys, it's 1 to 3. So what we are doing is we are increasing I by 1. We are decreasing I by 1. Got it? I and j both are increased by 1. So guys, what happened here is कि when we are increasing this j, so means one more element is added to your window. एक और एलिमेंट आपकी विंडो में ऐड हो गया. सो इसका सम भी हम ऐड कर देंगे. सो आई विल ऐड द सम ऑफ दिस इन आवर विंडो. ऐड हो गया, 3 इज एडेड. एंड हम इस आई को आगे बढ़ाएंगे. सो आई आगे बढ़ा, this element was excluded from the window, so I will subtract its value. So now the new sum for this particular portion of the window comes. Got it? So in this way, there was no need of finding the sum of the whole window again. You have just added an element and removed the element. That's all. Just add the element and remove the element. आया समझ में? इसी को बोलते हैं स्लाइडिंग विंडो, कि हर बार आप शुरुआत से पूरी विंडो नहीं लोगे. जस्ट टेक अ विंडो, लाइक पहले यहां पे, देन इट विल स्लाइड ऑन. गॉट इट? फाइन. अगेन नेक्स्ट पार्ट, लाइक अगेन इट विल गो, अगेन जे विल गो हियर and I will go here. So again 15 will be added and 5 will be subtracted, 26. And each time you will get the sum. And at the last you have to find the maximum of all the sums. And you can see guys, the size of the window in this case is fixed. It's always 3. It's always k. You guys, every time whenever you are moving, you will find the max. See, I will implement it. Yes, can you please find this problem for me? A subarray of all subarrays of size, max sum of subarray of size k.
Yeah,
Please.
I will do that.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks very much. So that's all. Okay. So that is what we are doing exactly. Let's not solve the problem, guys. Then you will understand more clearly. Okay. See. Just be active here. You will understand each and every part. Don't worry. Okay. Just be active. Just tell me when do you we have got it now, so I can start.
I have unshared your screen, Abhinav. You can open the problem from the private chat.
Yeah. Yes, always. Like I think that you are you are right. Yeah, exactly. You are right. Okay. Great, guys.
You can take the problem from the private chat, Abhinav.
Yes.
Yeah, you can open it.
Just
Yes,
open it.
doing the good work in the back end.
Yeah. So
Okay, fair enough.
okay.
Abhinav being a Java coder.
It was JavaScript. It was JavaScript.
Huh?
Yeah.
Great
It is
man.
JavaScript code. Okay.
He
So
is teaching. Like I think he. What is this winning? This like spinning wheel.
I think okay. Let's tell viewers also about that. This is a
You are limited to one spin per day. And what is this? I didn't come
this
across
is a
this.
like wheel of fortune where you can get exciting offers, premium for free test series, 60% discount on your DSA, special offer, and
But we
30%
as a
off.
mentor should get it up for absolutely free. 100% discount
Exactly.
should be there, no?
Let me see what will be the like for my fortune. What I will give, what we will get. Let's see.
See?
I will spin the wheel. I want 60% off my on my DSA. Okay, so I have got 30% off on my Python backend development course with Django.
They,
So guys, you guys
they
can also
they knew
try.
that we are already good with DSA, so they are
Yeah.
gifting us the web development course.
Exactly. So guys, you guys can also check and maybe like if you have a chance, you can get 60% off on your DSA course. 25% to high. 25% is already there for you. For all those who are watching this stream, 25% off is for you already. We have given it to you. And you can also get 60% off if you can spin this code. Okay. So try it now. Okay.
Yes, can you please share your screen and spin the same? Would like to see what is in your fate.
Sure. I think so.
Yes, can you please do the honors? I think Yash is now freezed.
No, no, no. I'm
If
sharing myself.
okay, let's see what Yash has. Okay. Mm-mm-mm.
I think 60% off on DSA.
Special
Special offer.
offer. Again, come back tomorrow for
Oh,
another spin. You have won
No,
30% on
it's
any GFG code.
okay, so you
35%.
can see guys कि यश ने 35% मिल गया है on any
On
GFG
any
course.
course.
And guys
So you
आप
can
लोगों के
copy.
पास 25% है, don't worry, 25% DSA आपके पास भी है आज. For all of you who are
This is
watching this,
this is 35%. So you can copy this code if you want. I think.
yeah, if you guys want, copy the Carnival code for 35% off. Okay, on DSA courses or any courses. So
Okay.
as we
Okay,
move,
Yeah.
so no more. So you can also tell us that what you have received in the spin. So Abhinav, you can move forward.
exactly, great. So guys, now let's start solving the problem.
I think Siddharth, you can also spin the wheel for us.
Okay, let me just do it. Let me just open up a problem quickly. Mm, mm. Let me
How many
see.
of you think he is the Virat Kohli of GFG? Please comment down.
I don't see a good comparison with him. Let's see, share this tab instead and spin a wheel. Let's see.
Again,
35%.
same thing.
Same. So I and Yash is on the same boat.
Great.
Okay, so I think we can move forward.
Exactly, guys. Exactly. Great, yeah. So let's start, guys. And so, guys, are you ready for solving this problem? Sliding into problem, guys. Ready? Just write a one, and we'll start. Just write a one. We will start.
Okay, so while they are writing the one, as there are three mentors, let's give them a taste. One is explaining and one is again explaining. Okay, so in this one, you are given an array and a number k, and you need to return the maximum subarray of size k. Now, what is basically a subarray? So let me just quickly give you a glimpse of the question, and Abhinav would do the honors of explaining the whole solution itself. So let's start. See. So let's first talk about what is a subarray, what is a subsequence, and all of this, because this is absolutely important in my view. Is my screen visible, Yash?
Yeah, definitely your screen is visible to me.
Okay, so fair enough. So now, as you can see, suppose we have an array of A, B, C, D. So if we are having a single piece from the array, like A, B, C, or just BC, or just B, or the whole ABCD itself, then it is known as subarray.
Exactly.
Okay, it is a single piece. Okay, but if you have pieces as well as piece, but in the same order as they are appearing, like A and then CD, like BC and D, like just A. So the whole array is also a subarray as well as a subsequence. So in the same manner, see, this is also a subsequence as well as a subarray. So a subsequence can be a subarray too. Okay, as well as subarray can be a subsequence. So the only difference is subsequence can be discontiguous as well as subarray is always contiguous. Okay, non-contiguous and contiguous itself. So this is the first thing. Then moving forward to this problem is we need to return the maximum subarray of size k. Now what are the different subarrays of size k? Let me just show you this also. So talking about the very first sample test case, the subarrays would be, the very first one is this one. Then we have this one of size 2, and then we have this one of size 2. But other than size 2, this is not a valid subarray for a particular answer. So I think I can just unshare my screen and Abhinav can now move forward. So okay, explaining the same in Hindi would be that अगर एक array का single part लेते हैं, सिर्फ एक single part लेते हैं, तो उसे सब array कहते हैं। अब सब सीक्वेंस क्या होता है? सिंगल पार्ट भी हो सकता है, मल्टीपल पार्ट भी हो सकता है, कंटिन्यूअस भी हो सकता है, नॉन कंटिन्यूअस भी हो सकता है, बट दे हैव टू बी इन द सेम सीक्वेंस। जिस ऑर्डर में वो एरे में था, सेम ऑर्डर में वो वहां भी होना चाहिए। सपोज वी हैव ए बी सी, सो बी ए के बाद ही आना चाहिए इन सब सीक्वेंस as well as subarray. So I think we are good to move forward. Abhinav, now you can do the honors.
Great.
Thanks a lot. So I'm sorry for disturbance.
Thanks, Vanan, for explaining, Siddharth. So great, guys. So amazing, guys, amazing, great. So see, guys, like this was a string, and we want subarrays of size k, and in our case, we are taking k is equal to 3. Okay. So first of all, we'll take the first subarray. So पहली subarray कौन सी होगी? The first subarray of size k will be this one. This is going to be first subarray of size k. Okay. So and what is its sum? Sum is 23. And I will assume my answer also as 23 initially. Initially, I'm assuming this is what the maximum sum I am having. Okay. So what I will do in this particular problem, I will be first taking the sum of the first k number. I will take a sum and I will take a loop for the first k numbers. Okay, for the first k numbers, and I will be adding the okay. Now, guys, and then what I will do is I will also assume my answer equal to sum. Yeah, exactly. No, condition will not be there, Arvind. They are telling you already the size of k will be always less than equal to n. So that's not the case. Okay, that's completely fine. Okay.
So first of all, you are taking the first window in the sum.
Yeah. So like first I'm taking this first window in the sum. Okay. Now, guys, when I will increase. Now this is I, and this is j. Okay. J will be at this particular window. Now I will start my j from here and I will move here. Okay. So now while I will currently my j is at my I is at 0 and my j is at a minus 1. or I can say that now I will start with here. Okay. Now what I will do, guys, now what I will do is कि while my j is less than n-1, so that it cannot, it should not like cross the domain. Okay. It's become it's a little like critical, but you will understand. Don't worry. Okay. Now what we'll do, guys, कि as we will go on, हमें क्या करना है? I will first increase this j. Tell me, see, just what I'm doing, I will write. Okay, just exactly what I will write. Okay, first I will increase this j. Okay, increase j. I will first increase j. Then I will add that element of j in the sum. Then I will add
Yeah.
that element of j in the sum. Then what to do? Then I have to increase this I also, like this absolute.
Before that, you'll subtract the ith element also.
Exactly. Before incrementing I, first I will subtract this element this step. So from this sum, I will first subtract that I, and then I will increment. Okay. And guys, every time we are doing this thing, we will also find the max with the sum, so that we get the answer. Got it? And then guys, then simply at the last, we will return our answer. That's all. Is it somehow clear to you guys? Is it somehow clear? You can
I
see.
think j should. I think j should be less than n.
No, no. Yes, you can see here one thing, that after doing this particular loop, na, inside the loop we are increasing j.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, and then using j, na. So it should be less
Yeah,
than n minus. So that it should be increased to n minus. Yeah, exactly. Great.
understood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No worries, no worries. No need to say sorry. Fine.
You can have your Bonvita.
No, it's completed actually. Yeah, great. So great, guys. So guys, is it fine? Like, can we? Sure. Yeah, service. I can point it out. What yes is saying? Yes is saying that j should be less than n. Okay, but what we're doing now, guys, inside this loop also we're increasing the value of j. So if let's say I'm saying j is equal to n minus 1, so after increasing it will become equal to n. So that will give an error. So j should be less than n minus 1. So that after increment it will become n minus 1. Getting? It should not exceed n minus 1 value. Getting? That is why we are doing this. So you can check it out by dragon also. Okay. So is this one fine, guys? This one it was quite a most basic problem of citing. Okay. Great. Great. Is this one fine, guys?
Yeah, it's absolutely clear, Abhinav.
Okay. Great. Great. Amazing. So that's
Guys,
it.
you can give us a +1 in the chat, okay? And now Abhinav can have his Bonvita as well.
Yeah. So
Abhinav
amazing.
having his protein shake for his next crush.
No. So that's it. So so guys, you can see
Okay.
we started with the greedy. We started. We talked about two pointers. We talked about some how to approach two pointer. Then we talk about sliding window. So guys, two pointers and sliding window are some of the very important topics of your preparation. Okay, great. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. So now for the next 5 minutes, we would be having an like Abhinav, are you done with the stream,
Yeah.
or you would be starting off?
Yeah. I'll be
Okay,
done.
so Abhinav is having his exams tomorrow. So I think you can just update. So for the next 5 minutes of, I think it has been 1 hour. So let's have a custom kind of thing that we would take a break at 10, and then we would take a break at 11, and then we would finish up at 12. So for the next 5 minutes, we would be having a Ask Me Anything session, and don't ask the same general question. So wrong questions only. This time let's have a little bit different thing. So wrong queries only. Let's have. Wrong queries only. Let's see. What are the different queries you can have? Okay, fair enough. Let's see. For next 5 minutes. Okay. So, what is your opinion on Google canceling extra code jam and other competition might shut down? What's your view on this, Abhinav?
Uh, I think they have told Key that is because of their cost cutting measures. Like they have just admitted their all the teams of that coding contest, and maybe they like it seems to them Key hiring from because the coding contest was a means of hiring for them. They hired the top participants like performance of the contest. So maybe like they will be changing their hiring criteria or something. So like yeah, it is a like bad news for the CP community. Obviously, like I've been a part of the CP community from last like from the starting of my journey, and it was also like what quite bad news for me, as we all are from the CP community. But I don't think that CP will stop from this part. CP is not going to stop. Yeah, I can say the hiring measures are going to change. The like how the companies were hiring for now that may change for some time or like it can permanently change for the like upcoming some years. But I will not say ki CP will change. Like we can say ki the way why CP why people do CP. So like previously people do CP for like for getting job. Now they can do CP for improving their problem solving skills. Okay.
Okay. So, like, what do you think? Like, does Google stop the support for competitive programmers? Like, they are not canceling the GSOC thing, but they have cancelled all the CP contest out there. So, what do you think? What's your take on this? Like, there's a lot of buzz around the market. So, what's your take on that?
Like I will not say ki like they are like neglecting the CPers like community programmers or like that ki they haven't like disclosed their GSOC also. It's something like yeah like everything needs a change, everything needs a so like they have just maybe they have just changed their hiring criteria. If you will see like now also if you will see their coding rounds or if you will see their hiring process, they don't have a development round or any rounds. So the complete hiring process of Google is now also contains the DSA rounds from the tough levels like try and the other CP levels. So I don't think that they have changed their hiring criteria or the hiring the structure that they follow. Maybe they have cancelled this for some time or maybe because they are planning for something big for some big event of CP. Maybe they are planning. So I'm not sure. But yeah, I cannot say they have changed their criteria because it's still Google and all the other top companies are hiring on the basis of DSA only. That I can say. For now, I can say this thing, and I don't think for next some years this is going to be changed.
Okay. So,
You're mute. You're mute.
yes, you are in mute.
You only
Okay.
had
For
one
a
winner.
2% hackathon, whom would you choose? Sid or Yash? This seems funny. Queries like this are most welcome. Please. So, what would be your decision, Yash? What would be your decision? Sorry, Abhinav?
I think I basically don't participate in hackathons actually, so sorry for that.
Okay. So, Abhinav is just narrowing down that he doesn't want to do a selection. Okay. So, पतली गली से निकल जा रहे हैं अभिनव. Okay. So, what is the best way to do and improve in competitive programming? What is
Prac-
your take
prac-
on this according to you? Yes.
I think rigorously giving code forces contests day and night and giving virtual contests as much as possible, solving 5 problems a day from code forces, ABC, and matlab, that means three easy problems and two BNCs. That would make sense. Like solving code forces would do the job for you if you want to improve code CP.
exactly.
In my view, consistency, like if you are solving just two problems, so it might be a scenario that you have an issue with your college attendance, it might be an issue that you are a working professional, it might be an issue that you are coding just for getting a good placement, but that is not your ultimate goal. So you are investing your time somewhere in music or something, or in your gate examination. So select the amount of problem according to the goal you have, and just be consistent with that. The number of problem entirely depends upon how desperate you want it. So if you increase the number of problems and be consistent with it, you would be able to achieve it in a shorter period of time. So basically you would have more time. So the amount of problem depends on your goal. Okay, so if your goal is just to be good with comparative programming so that just you can have intermediate placements, just give out all the counters, do all the up solving, and solve two problems each day, and that would be good enough. Okay, DSA. Okay, so best way to get a referral from you. So can you mention the person? Okay, so DSA live course or CP course. So basically, me, Abhinav, and the team is working on CP hybrid course. So it's an absolutely non, like, we shouldn't talk about it, but in the upcoming courses you would see that CP is getting evolved at Geeks for Geeks, where we would be having a hybrid thing and you would be getting live sessions as well as recording sessions. So according to what I have observed from the making of the course, I think I can say that after the completion of all the internal workings of the course, it would be that DSA, like CP, is the best course, because CP course and the DSA live would get merged all together, kind of. Okay, so Google, like, we want developer. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for replying. Practice in pen and paper. So what's your take on this? Yash? Yash is on mute and he is stuff.
I still sit with pen and paper for solving even the problem of the day. So that's the importance of pen and paper in my life. So I do rely on pen and paper for solving mathematical or logical problems.
And he like he can't code in places where there is a lot of noise going on, so he just closes all the doors and sit in alone for next 2 or 3 days and he solves the CV problems. So basically I think the person who is very panic with coding is Yash Dwivedi in real life.
I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough. Full stack or info, like, by the way, I was just joking. Full stack, CP, information tech, and DevOps exist. What should I focus for top-notch placements? Thank you. So it entirely depends on what is the definition of top-notch according to you, because for a person who is a developer, he wants to be in Google. For a person who is not that much good in development, like he is into banking sectors, for that person Goldman Sachs is the ultimate goal. For a person who is in mentoring thing, Google or Microsoft is not the ultimate goal for him, and it entirely depends on the company you are focusing at.
And you can see there's a
So
breaking news banner by Abhinav.
insider chats getting leaked, yes, absolutely. Okay, fair enough. I think I can just move forward. We are good till this point. Any question which is not still catered? Straight out for college, straight out from college placements. Okay. So, yes, can I move forward?
Yeah, I think we can move forward.
Okay, fair enough. So let's
So
start very first thing. So in DSA as well as in comparative programming, a lot of importance is given to mathematics, and most importantly, we play a lot around this prime thing. So there are two types of numbers, that is a prime number and a composite number. Of course, the different properties are even as well as an odd. So the very first one is a prime number, and the very next one is a composite number. So prime number has only two divisors. Let's say for 5, the divisors are just 1 as well as 5. Let's say for a value like 6, the divisors are 1, 2, 3, and 6. For a composite number, so this would lie in the composite number. Why? Because the number of divisors are more than 2. Okay, so let's just take one more example. So let's say we have a value like 7. So 1 is able to divide 7, 2 is not able 3, and we go till the value 7, and only 1 and 7 is able to divide the value as 7 itself. That is why 7 is of course a prime number. Okay, so yes, can you please mute yourself while you are not speaking? I think so.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Okay, fair enough. So a lot of buzzes around there that we need to work with primes. So it doesn't mean that we only need to check if a number is a prime or a composite number. Let's say if given a number, test if it is prime or composite. To check if a number is prime or composite, suppose the given number is n, as the name suggests. So how are we basically checking in the real life? So if we are given a value like 6, we are just iterating from 1, 2, 3, and 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 6. The number of devices are more than 2. So basically what we can do is we can just iterate from 1 till the value of n, and we can just see if the modulo to that number. What is modulo? Modulo gives us the remainder. Okay, so if any number has a remainder 0, and we would just count the values, and if the count is equals to the value 2, then we would say that it is a prime number, else it is a composite number. Talking about the same in the form of implementation would be that suppose we are given this and we have a most simple template like this, where the very first one consists all the bits class std, and then we have all the libraries included. And then suppose we are given a number n. Okay, and now let's just check if a given number is prime or not. So what we can do is we can simply have a boolean, and then we can have it is prime. Okay, and we would take the number input of n. So now we would start the counting from 0. So int c is equals to 0. Now we would just iterate from for int I is equals to 1, and I is less than equal to the given value and I plus plus. And then we just need to count the number of values. Okay. And then if c is equals to 2, then we would return true, else we would return false.
Siddharth, you can increase the
Else we,
font for us.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay, so else we would just return false, basically. But now there are some more small optimization that you can do this code to make your code look a very short. So now when, like, let me just say you, while I was coding or doing comparative programming at that point of time, I focused a lot like how good quality programmers are able to write a very good logic in a very short amount of lines. So as you can see, what I can do is instead of counting the number of divisors, so if it is a prime number, the divisor would be only 1 and n. Okay. So what we can do is we can just iterate from the point of 2 till the value of n minus 1. Okay. And if any divisors exist in this range of the number, we can just, at that point of time only, we can say that the value is this. So what we can say is if I modulo, like n modulo I, sorry, n modulo I, if that is equal to the value 0, we would return false from that point only. So if we are not returning false at this point, and if we are coming at this point, that means we, so sorry about that. So yep, yeah. So if we are not able to find a divisor in this range of 2 till the value of n minus 1, we can simply say that at this point we are not able to find, so this would return true. Okay, so instead of writing true, you can also write 0 and 1, and it would be treated as this. So this is how that long snippet of code can be written in just these lines. And more comfortably, if you are into comparative programming or if you do less functional programming, what you can do is like you write the whole code yourself. What you can do is you can even use macros for the for loops and the if statement. And if you want to shorten out this one also, what you can do is you can simply wrap this up, and then you can simply have a not sign. Why not sign? If this value is equals to 0, and 0 not would be equal to a true value, that is 1. Okay, like what we do is, see, 1 not 1 is equals to 0. Okay, and not 0 is equals to 1. In the same manner, if this value is equals to 0, but if it is equal to 0, I want this to be true. So what I can do is I can simply just flip this by using a not operator, and this can be even shortened till this point. Okay, and it would be shortened this. Okay, and this is good enough to test if a number is a prime or not. So as you can see, we are iterating from 1 till the value of n. Okay. Now, if the given value is 5, we would be checking it for 1, we would be checking it for 2, we would be checking it for 3, we would be checking it for 4, and we would be checking it for 5. Fair enough? So, in the same manner, if the given number is n, we would be checking it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, for a single number, we would be doing an operation. For a number n, we would be doing an operation. The time complexity of this is big O of n. Okay. Can we shorten this up? Yes, we can shorten up this. How? Suppose we have a very big number, that is 18. So now let us have the divisors. Okay. The divisors are 1, 2, 3, not 4, not 5, 6, then 7, not 8, not 9, yes, then 10, not 11, not, and then you would go till the last point, which is 18. So as you can see, there is a significant gap at this point. Okay. So divisors exist in pairs. So as you can see, 6 and 3, they would exist at this point. Let's say a number like big number like 36. So we have 1 also, we have 2 also, we have 3 also as
3.
its divisor, and we have 4 also as its divisor, then 6 also as its divisor, then 8 also, then the list is endless, then 18 also. But after 18, we don't have. Why? Because of this 2 multiplied by 18. So there is a proper mathematical proof of this. The mathematical proof of this would be that we can only check till the value of root under the value n. Why? Because they always exist in pairs. So let's say that we have 2 and 6. So multiplication of this is 12. Okay, then 18. So one of the number would definitely lie less than equal to root under 36. One of the value would definitely lie at this side. So even if we just go till the value of less than equal to the value of root under n, this would be good enough to go. So now the first optimization is to check if a number is prime or not. We can check that on a time frame of root under n, big O of root under n. So am I clear till this point? This is the very most basic revision of prime numbers. So Abhinav, if you want, you can just sum up this. Okay, Abhinav is not
Yes,
in the stream. Yes, you can sum up this thing if you want.
yes, Siddharth, you are definitely clear with this. Basically, what you mentioned was, first of all, if you want to check, then we can go linear, that is from 1 till n. But suppose that we want to optimize it further, so we can always see that the numbers exist in pairs. For example, for 36, we have, if 1 is a factor, then 36 is also a factor. If 2 is a factor, then 18 is also a factor. Similarly, if 3 is a have 12 as a factor, right? So that is why they exist in pairs. So if A is a factor, then there is a corresponding factor B, and at times what can happen is A and B both can become equal. So A square can be equal to n. That is why A is equal to under root of n. So that is why we go till under root of n. Am I clear, Siddharth?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I think I can move forward. So now let's suppose we are given a problem where we need to find all the prime numbers from 1 till the value of 100. Or let's say, let's take a small value, like let's say that we need to find all the prime numbers from 1 till the value of 36. Okay, so I would just write it down also. Find all prime numbers
from 1 to n.
from from 1 to the value n. So here n is equals to 36. So we need to find all the values, all the prime numbers from 1 to n.
Let's take 50 for that matter. 50 would be much more neutral value.
Okay, let's take a 50. So find all the prime numbers from 1 till the value of 50 itself. So we need all the values from 1 till the value of 50. So tell me the very first approach that you can do to find all the prime numbers. Tell me the very
Uh,
first approach.
So the first
Yep.
approach that comes to my mind, Siddharth, is that I know that for every number, if I want to check if it is prime or not, so there is one optimal way that you have told us, that is in under root of n time. I can check whether it is prime or not. So for one particular number, I would take under root of n time. So for n numbers, I would take n root n time. That is nothing but n to the power 3 by 2, which is very high. So instead of that, I can use one algorithm that you can mention.
Okay, fair enough. So the very first approach is, so we need to find all the prime numbers, and we know that a number is either a prime number or a composite number. So we can go to each of the numbers and we can check if it is a prime or not. And if it is a prime, we would take him out and we would say, yes, this is the prime number. So suppose we are in a class and the class consists of only males and females. Okay, so I say that all the females come out of the class. So all the females would definitely segregate and the remaining ones would be the males. In the same manner, we can say that if I take out all the prime numbers, the remaining one would be the composite numbers, because in this and in that example, in both there are only two options that is present. So if we take out all the first option, the remaining one would be the second option. So that doesn't make a difference, still giving you the insight of it. So what you can do is, for checking a single number, for checking one number, what I said you, that I can use a time complexity of root under n. So for checking n numbers, we will need to do multiply n on both sides. So for n numbers, we would be doing n root n operation. Okay. Now suppose, let's say that you are in an interview, you gave up this approach, and then you need to optimize it. Suppose the interviewer telling you to optimize it. So now we need to think of something better. So thinking of something better would be that first we would have a big array of size 50. Okay, first we would have this. So one, okay, now we have the very first number as 1. Okay, just give me a point of time. 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 16. Okay, so just give me some amount of time. I think 32 is fine enough. We don't need to move forward rather than 32, because I need to go till the point of 50. So can we move forward with just 32? Yes.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay, fair enough. So now see, this algorithm tells us, like, let me just remove this part of this. Okay, so in this algorithm, initially everyone is a prime number. So I can say that everyone is a prime initially. This is the very first thing that you need to understand. Now, moving forward, you need to explicitly mark 1 as not prime. Okay, 1 is not prime. So first you need to explicitly mark the value 1. Now, the multiples of a prime number is a composite number, because we can say that 2 is a prime number, but the multiple of 2, that is 4, 6, 8, 10, is not a prime number. In the same manner, 5 is a prime number, but 10, 15, 20, and 25 is not a prime number. Why? Because it has a divisor. So it's just that if x is a prime number, then 2x, 3x, and 4x dash 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 is not a prime number. So we would use this property to segregate the numbers from prime as well as composite. The very first one is 2. So as of now, everyone initially is a prime number. So 1 is not a prime number, 1 is explicitly marked as a composite number. So we come across 2. So 2 is a prime number till this point. So all the multiples of 2 would be a composite number, and we would mark according to that. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and then 26, 28, 30, and 32. Everyone is a composite number. Then we move forward to the next number, which is 3. So 3 has still survived as a prime number. So the multiple of 3 is a composite number. So 3's multiple 6 is a composite number, 9 is a composite number, 12 is a composite number, 15 is a composite number, 18 is a composite number, 21 is a composite number, 24 is a composite number, 27 and 30 is a composite number too. So now 4. 4 was not able to survive as a composite prime number. So it is a composite number. So we just don't touch it. So we don't touch the composite numbers. We only operate on prime numbers, because this is a prime sieve or sieve of Eratosthenes. So the very next one is 5. The multiple of 5 is 10, which is a composite number. 15, which is a composite number. 20 is a composite number. 25 is a composite number. 30 is a composite number. Then 6. 6 was not mighty enough to emerge as a prime number, so it is a composite number. Then we have 7. So 7's multiple is 14, which is not strong enough to be a prime number. Then 21, not strong enough. Then 28, it is not strong enough. Then we come across 9 and 10, both are weak. Then 11. 11 has still managed to be a prime number. So 22 is a composite number, and then 33 is not within the range. Then we have 12, again a weak one. Then we have 13, which has emerged as a prime number. So 26 is already marked by 2. So now if you observe, all the remaining ones are the prime numbers. So let me just mark them with green. So these are the numbers which has emerged as a prime number. Okay, these all values have emerged as the prime number. So basically the algorithm would be such that we would just take an array of size from 1 to n. So we would simply take it. So let me just remove this. So we would simply have an array of size n, and then mark everyone as prime, one as not prime, and then we would mark the multiples of prime itself. So we would mark the multiples of prime as a composite number. So do I make sense till this point? Like, is this algorithm clear? Then we would just push it to the next level. We would also learn how to have the prime factorization, smallest prime factor, and all this. So first tell me if this thing is clear or not.
It's clear to me.
Okay. So what about others? So can I have a quick yes or no in the chat? आज chat काफी ठंडा पड़ा हुआ है. What happened? Okay. Sahil
I think they
Belia.
are enjoying the IPL.
Guys. So Yash, you don't follow IPL or something? Like you don't watch IPL and other stuff?
I will. I only follow RCB matches.
Okay. Other than that, you don't watch cricket and all.
I used to watch a lot, but now I don't watch it. It's a waste of time.
A waste of time. Okay, fair enough. Everyone is watching IPL. Yeah. Yes is also. So Basevis, Vidite, what is this all about? I don't understand your language, bro. Okay. So I think I can move forward, Yash.
Yeah, definitely you can move forward, and people can let us know what they think about Siddharth's new look, like after coming from Goa.
Okay, fair enough. So now we would have the prime sieve. Suppose we are
So
given.
before moving forward, guys, you can comment about Siddharth's look. If you like it, then you can like +1. You can give hearts in the chat or whatever. Right. Before we move forward, then we will proceed further with the code part.
हाँ ब्रो स्वयंवर ही रचा देते हैं ना.
Okay, so a lot of people are saying good. What about others? Do you like his new look?
Let me
Okay.
see. Okay, fair enough.
Even boys are giving +1, so you can understand.
No, I can understand that only boys are giving +1, so you can understand. Okay, fair enough. So I think we are good to move forward. So we have the prime
I think
sieve.
you should look at the messages.
Okay, fair enough. So Bharti doesn't like my look. So okay, fair enough. Any other people who don't like my look? Let me have the conclusion about that too. Let me just see how much is the heat out there. Margoge, bro. Okay, so I think we can hide up this comment, Yash. Okay, just glorifying the comment. Okay, fair enough. So we can just move forward to this, that is primacy. So int n. So we have the very first one. So first what we are doing is we are having the very first one, that is an array of size n. Okay, so we would need an array of size n. So basically we would need an array, let's
Before we
say.
move forward, Siddharth, I would like to interrupt in between. Okay, so you are
Okay,
talking about Sieve, right?
yep,
So can you do one thing for me? Can you open a Google tab for me for all of the audience?
yep,
Like
yes,
all of us know,
absolutely.
like all of us have heard about Sieve, but what is actually Sieve? So open a new tab for me and search Sieve for me. Just Sieve,
Uh,
yeah, and click on the images. Okay, so this is what Sieve is, right? Channi, yeah, that you say in Hindi, right? Uh, for
Chakni, you say that in Bengali.
Yeah, so please give us a +1 for Sieve. Like many of you must have heard about Sieve algorithm, Sieve of Prime. But basically, this what happens is indirectly we can say that this algorithm is doing what you are giving numbers from 1 to n. Okay, and when you give these numbers from 1 to n in this device, in this algorithm, so all the prime numbers get filtered out, right? Similarly, when you have your flower or something, right? So when you do the channi thing, right, then all the waste except the fat particles, the larger particles, the normal thing just comes down. So that is what sieve is all about. So sieve is a real thing in life. So that is from where this word sieve of prime comes. Okay, so you can give a +1 if you have heard about it for the very first
So
time.
in the same manner, like everyone out there is watching IPL, and many people are like dying for IPL, like the fans are dying for IPL, and Yash is filtering it out, saying that it's a waste of time. So in the same manner, you also need to filter out the wrong things in your life. Fair enough. So basically, you can just have sieve like the whole mesh kind of thing, and the remaining particles are the useful things. Like whenever you have a sieve, you just have it, and the remaining what you have that is the bad one. But here, the remaining part is the useful part. Okay,
No, no,
like
no.
in real life, the only difference.
Actually, what happens is when you use that, so the prime numbers come down, right? So prime numbers get filtered, they come down. You can say that, and
Yeah.
rest of them remain. So it's up to us. But I hope that this they will remember this name, and this every imagination would be there because of this device, right?
Okay. Fair enough. So I think we
So
can just move
Siddharth is
forward.
thinking that he will. Siddharth will be actually. Siddharth has come back from office and he will be cooking right after this. So he'll be doing chapatis and all. So that is why he's thinking about it and getting depressed as well at the same time.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit depressed because the prices go high and the quality of foods go a little bit lower after 12. But you are at your home, so you would be enjoying the dinner from your mother.
Okay, so we can proceed further.
Okay, fair enough. So what I can do is, fair enough. So I can initialize the whole vector as a prime number. Okay, I can say that. So basically, n plus 1 comma 1 means that suppose what we need to do is we need to go from for int I is equals to 0, I is less than equal to the value n, and I plus plus, and we would be initializing f of I with the value as 1, which means that this is a prime number in itself. So just a sec. Okay, fair enough. So I think I can move forward. So now what I can do is I can just start with the very first thing. So just what the first is, everyone is a prime number. Now we explicitly define 0 and f of 1 as not prime, okay, which is equal to the value 0. Now for a number, for int I is equals to 1, I is less than equal to the value n, and I plus plus. Now what I can say is, if at this point it is strong enough, okay, if at this point it is strong enough to emerge as a prime number, then we mark the multiples of that as a composite number. So I can say if f of I is equals to a prime number, like if till this point this has emerged as a prime number, then the multiples of that. So the multiples of I would be 2i, 3i, then 4i, and then 5i, like this. So in the same manner, I can say for int j is equals to 2 multiplied by I, and then I is less than equal to the value n, and I plus equals to the value, sorry, j is less than equal to the value n, and j plus equals to the value I itself. Okay. So now what I can say is f of I is equal to a not prime. So the multiples of a prime number is a composite number. Fair enough. So at this point, the remaining ones are the prime numbers itself. So now what I can say is I need to return it as a vector. So I can just do int vector int primes, and then I can just all the remaining ones are primes. So I can say I will just go from for int I is equals to 1, I is less than equal to the value, I is less than equal to the value n, and I plus plus. And I can say if till this point also, if f of I is equals to 1, then primes dot push back the value I itself. Okay, and then you need to return the value of primes. So now making this a little bit small at this point. So see, what I did was I had a whole big sieve. So this is the very blank matrix I had initially. Then I marked all of them as a prime number. So everyone is a prime number initially. Then I have explicitly marked 0 and 1 as a composite number. Then
Siddharth, can
all,
you explain this line? 2 cross j is equal to 2 into I. Basically, we are doing this because if I is a prime number, then multiples of I, that is 2 into I, 3 into I, all those numbers will not be a prime number. So that is why we are marking them as false. So are you clear with
yep.
this, Rukmini, or not?
So
Okay.
see, but suppose i's value here is 2. Suppose I value here is 2. So j's value would be j is equals to 2 into I. So suppose the value of at this point, let's say the value of I is 2. So j is equals to 2 into I. So that would be 4. And then we would add again 2. So 4 plus 2 would now become 6. And then again we would add I, that is 2. So again 8. And this is how. So in the same manner, suppose we have 5 at this point. So j would start from 2 into 5, that is 10. And then in the next iteration, 10 plus 5, that is 15. And then we have 15 plus 5, that is 20. Then we have 20 plus 5, that is 25. So in the same manner, we can do like this and we can bring out the I and J from this point. Okay, fair enough. So I think we are good to go till this point, and all the remaining ones are emerging as a prime. So now, do I make sense? So just give me a quick one if till this point I'm clear. So Rukmini, Bhatini, am I clear to you? Okay,
Uh,
yeah,
yes,
done.
you are
Okay.
clear with.
What will multiple 3 multiply? What will online? It should be online. It should be fj is equals to 0. Online number 20. Fj is equals to 0. Yes, absolutely. F of j is will be equal to 0. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Can we start from 2 because we have already marked 1 as not prime? Yes, absolutely. There are small implementation that you can do to optimize your code. Like you can even go till less than equal to root under n. You don't need to go till the value of n. Okay. So you can do that also. So fair enough. So now there is one more thing. Okay. Suppose you want to find the smallest prime factor of a number. Suppose there is a very big question where at some part of the solution you require the smallest prime factor. Like let's say for 8, the smallest prime factor is 2. For 10, the smallest prime factor is 3. How will the multiples of 3 get marked? Let me just show you the multiples of 3. Suppose the value of I is equals to 3. Then j is equals to 2 into I, that is 3 into 2 is equals to 6. After that, j plus I, that is 6 plus 3, that is 9. Then 9 plus 3 is equals to 12. Then 12 plus 3 is equals to 15. And we are coming at this point and we are just marking it to the value of 0 itself. Okay. Fair enough. So, yep, moving forward. Suppose there is a question where at some point of the solution, you require that if what is the smallest prime factor of that number. So let's say for 8, the smallest prime factor is 2. For 10, the smallest prime factor is 2 again. For let's say 26, again 2. Let's say for 9, the smallest prime factor is 3. Then for 25, the smallest prime factor is 5. Suppose we want this. We want this thing. So, yes, how do you intend to do that?
Can you repeat your question again?
Suppose find the smallest prime factor for a particular number.
Okay, if I want to find the smallest prime factor, then I can use this property indirectly that you have told me, right? I can
Yep.
somehow.
So, yep. So now suppose I was told that I need to find the smallest prime factor of a particular number. Let's say for 25, the smallest prime factor would be 5. For, let's say, a value like 4, the smallest prime factor would be 2. For a value like 121, the value would be 11. Okay, so these are the different values we have. For a value like 8, the smallest prime factor would still be 2. Suppose we are given this. So the very first thing you can do is, suppose you are given a number n and you need to return its smallest prime factor. By the way, this question is intended for beginner level. Like if you are a beginner and if you already knew prime sieve, then you should have something which you should be taking home. So this is the thing that you should be taking home. So given an n, return its smallest prime factor. So what I can do is I can simply go from 1 till the value of n, and if I have a divisor, I would check if it is a prime number or not. If yes, I would say yes, this is the point. Suppose the given value is 8. So first I would check for 1. If it is divisible, but it is not a prime number, then I would check for 2. It is divisible and it is a prime number. Suppose the given value is 9. So first I would go with 1. It can divide, but it is not a prime number. Then I would go to 2. It cannot divide. Then I would go to 3. It can divide and it is the prime number. So the very first prime number we would be having as a divisor, we would be reporting that number. So for a given number, we need to go from 1 till the value of n. If that value returns a remainder 0, as well as it is a prime number, then we can say that yes, this value is the smallest prime factor. So now, do I make sense? What is smallest prime factor? Give me a quick yes or no. Like, yes, this idea is clear or not? What is smallest prime factor at this point? So can I have a quick yes or no? Seems simple, but we would even optimize that. Find the smallest prime factor. And we won't learn anything new, just a new technique in itself. So Yash sitting for absolutely 2 hours straight now, approximately, and not taking a break.
Like we have this habit of marathon, so it does not matter much.
Yeah, I still remember we were streaming from 10 to 4 in the morning.
Seems impossible now.
Yeah, damn true. Okay, so I'm clear with this idea. Fair enough. So now tell me, like, let's say a question is that, let me see how many of you can answer that. So let's say a question is, from 1 to n, find the smallest prime factor for 1 till the value of n. Find the smallest prime factor from 1 till the value of n. So what would be the answer for this? Find the smallest prime factor from 1 till the value of n. So what do you think is the solution? Can anyone in the comments, like there are more than 30 people right now in the live stream. So can any of you tell me that how can you have an optimal approach over this? Like what is the
uh,
optimal approach to have this?
Also, one more thing, Siddharth, since you said optimal, so like I wanted to ask the audience, like, will they want to have a resume review session in the end, like let's say in the last 30 minutes? I'm not sure, but still asking the audience for it right here. If they would want to have a resume review session in the last few minutes, then we can start accepting the forms right now only. You can write yes in the chat, guys. We have lesser time. So if you want to have a resume review session or something like that, then definitely
Yep.
or LinkedIn profile review also, so we can have that.
So resume, LinkedIn profile review we have not done. Let's do a LinkedIn
Yeah,
profile review. Linked LinkedIn profile review at the end. So let's see.
uh, Is my
Like,
internet lagging, Siddharth, or not?
no, yours is not lagging.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
we need to iterate if you can divide the number, then we return the first prime number. Any other approach than this? Arvind Ram, any other approach than this? So profile review at the end. If we get more than, I think, more than 10 years, or I think more than 8 years, we would be doing it.
But we need the
Let
links,
me
right?
see.
So they can directly share their links in the chat, I think, right? Is it possible?
No, we again need to copy it, then again need to paste it. We would have a Google form, and more people would start spamming each other. We would have a Google form of them. So, LinkedIn profile review at the end. Okay, one reply, seven more to go. We would be waiting for the next 1 minute. Let's see. So, next 1 minute. So, let me just check the preview screen.
Yeah, I think LinkedIn profile review would be best. But also, guys, as you know that currently discounts are going on. GFG Summer Carnival is going on. So in the first and the second link, you can explore the courses that are there. Okay, as Abhinav said, 25% discount is there. Also, you can spin the wheel and check for all those things, right? Because many people ask us for the discount and all those things. So currently, if you want to buy, then you can go ahead.
Okay. So, two replies, six more to go. So, we would see to it if we need to do it or not. If we
I think we
have
should have it now because like audience might want it. What do you think, Siddharth? After this
Okay, let's
pod,
do it. If you want to do it now or after this? What do you want?
I think we can have it now only because
Okay, let's
they
give them
are.
a break then. Okay, so let me just make a Google form and let them submit.
Yeah. In the
Form
meantime,
dot.
I can you share efficient approach for the question? Yes, we will share that also. In the meantime, he's just making the form. Till then, guys, you can just ask your questions. Accept this question as of now. You can ask your questions, or you can tell us what do you want. Like, do you want resume review as well? Then we can put the resume. Like we can put the document section also. So Siddharth, you can do one thing for us. You can put the link section as well as the document section so that if anyone gives resume also, then we can surely review that as well. Okay.
Okay, let's say resume, and both are optional.
Yeah, both are optional. So guys, you can give us a +1 if you have understood till now, and you can hit the like button as well. Okay.
Okay, seems fine. Maximum file size. Okay, yeah, done. So now let me just share this.
And what you can do, guys, is you can share this stream with your friends as well, because now we are going to review the LinkedIn profiles. At least we can say that we might not be so good with resume reviews, but we have some good LinkedIn profiles. And if you want to see, so Siddharth Hazra obviously has 16,000 likes on his post, so he can definitely review your resumes and LinkedIn post as well.
No, Abhinav is a person who is an influencer in LinkedIn. I don't usually post in LinkedIn. I
So
post very less.
every morning when you will wake up, so you will see enough post on LinkedIn, right?
Yep. So let's have LinkedIn. Yep, I would do it. Don't worry. I would share the efficient approach for the question. So so
Yeah.
let's
So guys,
so
before
while I'm
this,
so I think while I'm discussing like this, the last question would take around 5 to 8 minutes. So I would just quickly complete and then we can move forward with this. What's your take on this?
yeah, Siddharth, I agree to you. And in the meantime, like I can ask the audience in between to fill the form as well. So if you
Okay.
want your LinkedIn profile, just you can do one thing, Siddharth. You can just walk us through this form also, if possible, so that audience can understand that okay, what they can fill.
Okay, fair enough. I
Mm.
would just have a walkthrough of the profile. So basically, this is what you would see. You can just paste up your LinkedIn profile as well as your resume can be uploaded here if you want your resume, and both are completely optional. And you can just submit it, and I would just have it. Fair enough, there are just only two fields, you don't need to do anything much, and we would do it on a random basis. So now find the smallest prime factor from 1 to n. So basically, the easiest, so what you can do is for one single number, you can just iterate over that from 1 to n and check if it is a prime number or not. But let's say I want to optimize it. Okay. So what I can do is I can simply have this small thing. Okay, this prime sieve is absolutely amazing if you see this. So the real powers of prime sieve come from this part, I think so. Okay, suppose we have a very small number that is
I
1,
think using
2,
this format,
3,
Siddharth, we
4,
can find
5,
the this thing
7,
in logarithmic time, right? If I'm not
9,
wrong.
10. Yes, absolutely. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then we have 16, 17, 18, and then 19, and then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Now, explicitly just mark 1 as not prime. Now, repeat the same process of prime C's. But this time, earlier what we did was, we just had everything marked out or in. But this time, we would replace the values with that. Like, see, we have 2. So, the multiple of 2, 4 would be replaced by 2, and 6 would be replaced by 2, 8 would be replaced by 2, 10 would be replaced by 2, 12 would be replaced by 2, 14 would be replaced by 2, 16 would be replaced by 2, and 20 and 2. Okay, then 20, 21, 22, and then 24, like this. Then we come across 3, which is still 3 itself. Okay, so now all the multiples of 3 which are not marked up till this point, we would mark them with 3. So see, 6 is already marked with 2, so we don't touch it. 9 is not marked up till this point, so we say that it is 3. Then we come across 10. 12 is already marked, we don't touch it. Then 15, we have 3. Then we have 18, which is already marked. Then we have 21, which is marked with 3. And then we have 24, which is already marked. Then we have 25, and then 10, 15, 20, and 25 is marked at this point. Now, if you see, all the numbers have their smallest prime factor. If a number is not having a smallest prime factor, that means it is itself a prime. So the
Yeah.
idea is absolutely very simple, but the transition of it to get the smallest prime factor is this. So we are using the same idea. Yes, you are saying something?
Right. So this is very similar. The runway, or you can say the iteration, is very similar to the prime sieve only, right? In that also we had, when we had 2, so we used to mark all the multiples of 2 as false. So here also we are marking all the multiples of 2 with 2, which indicates that their smallest prime factor is 2 itself, right?
Yep. So basically, we are just marking the first thing we do. Suppose I say that I'm a kid outside, okay? And the first person I would be having as a partner would be there for all my life, okay? Suppose I say this. So in the same manner, the first number which would be marking the composite number would be its smallest prime factor all its life. So in the same manner, like we can start off with this, and we can say that, so we can mark each of the number with 1. So I would say, if f of j is not equal to 1, like if f of j is equal to 1, then only we would just mark f of j is equals to I, else we won't mark anything. This is the only change we need to do, and we would have the prime sieve itself. So now we would have the prime sieve, we have the smallest prime factor also, and we are done with this. So at this point, If a number is not marked up till this point, then only we would mark, otherwise we won't mark. Suppose I just say that I what I said, so the first person I would be falling in love, I would be with her with for all my life. Okay, so in the same manner, if this person has not fallen in love up till this point, then only we are marking it. Okay, if that person is already occupied, or if that person is already committed to someone, we are not touching it. We are only touching it if it is empty up till this point. Okay,
Yeah.
and the first person to mark it would be smallest prime factor. The idea is absolutely very simple. The time complexity is still same, log base n. Okay, n log n, the idea is still the same, the time complexity is still the same, but the idea using the
Uh,
same approach is very
I
interesting.
think it's n
Yep,
log of log in, Siddharth. What do you think?
yep, log n, to be specific.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So now let me
Arvid
just
and
see how
others can
many
give us a
responses.
response.
We have a lot of response. We have one, two, three, four, five, as well as we have LinkedIn profiles. So now let's have the very first one. It is Bharti Kumari. Okay. So, so by the way,
So,
she is my friend only.
uh,
Okay. So the screen sharing, and let me share the tab itself. By the way, Bharti Kumari is my friend. That is why on verge of having fun, I just blocked her, but still seeing the chats and all. Okay, fair enough. So this is the profile of her. So now you give your views over this. Yash, what's your
yeah,
views over this?
just give me a second. Let me
Should I
see.
ping? Should I ping you in the private chat the link of her profile?
Like I
Yep,
think this is fine. Yeah, so
I gave you.
basically, first of all, incoming SD intern. I'm not sure where she is going to be an SD intern at, but it looks good at the first instance. So she says that she's a MongoDB writer, which is very good. So this can fetch her opportunities related to MongoDB or backend, or maybe from the MongoDB organization also. Then we can see that she also has Samsung Solve for Tomorrow top 50. So again, a lot of opportunities she has grabbed. Then Harvard V Code, again a technical content writer, and she has worked at Geeks also. So a lot of things have been done. Then when we move down, uh, can you move down?
Just a
People who
bit.
follow Bharti
Yep.
also follow. Okay, can you move down? Looks like an influencer profile, to be honest. Yeah, you can move down.
Okay, so let's see her experience. She has been a freelance
You can
MongoDB
move down. Yeah.
freelancer, technical content writer. So
Yeah,
two
we
web
have already
development
seen.
interns and a content writer intern in three companies. Okay, fair enough. And she is in her third year. Okay, quite an accomplishment over the content thing.
So she's your junior.
Yep, she is my junior.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's open the next profile. This profile, according to me, is well crafted, and this person, like, she likes all the pics. She takes parts in all the posts out there. So now let's move to the very next one, which is Arun Prasad. Okay, so let's have this. Yep. So, okay. So, students at this TA at Coding Ninja. He is from Ranchi. Hi, bro. I'm from Jharkhand too. Okay. So, student at ITR Siksha O and TA at Coding Ninja. Okay. So, what is this college? Let me just see the name of the college. So, what is this mentioned as ITER? What is this? If the name of the college is this. Then what is this
Insti-
IEER?
Institute of Technology and Research. It might be something, I'm not sure.
Okay. So he has teaching assistant skills data structure. Okay, fair enough. But you can just talk in terms of how many doubts you have resolved, and then what was like what all like you were a teaching assistant in which all courses, and what was your contribution on that. And you have just, so I think you need to work a little bit on
And
your
this should be
profile.
highlighted before. This should be highlighted on the top actually.
Yep, to be honest. And this TA thing should be in front of your college. Why? Because, no, like, I have a saying that if your introduction is just the name of your college, then you have done nothing, to be honest. So try to have the next introduction other than your college. So, any inputs from you? And I think you should change the profile picture
Selfie,
to a
selfie
formal
should
one.
not be there. Yeah, selfie
Yep,
should not be
to a
there.
formal one. That too, not a holy one. Okay, any
Yes.
inputs from you? Yes.
Other than this, I think he could have mentioned a lot of. If he has made some projects, he could have mentioned that as well. And I think he could have mentioned, if he has solved some problems, then he could have written those things also. Because since he is a TA, so he must have got a lot of experience. And since he is a TA, so I think he must have given a lot of contest, coding contests. So he could have mentioned some of those ranks also.
Yep, damn true.
So he could have mentioned some of.
Okay, so fair enough. Let me just copy this. Yeah. So now let's move to the next profile, LinkedIn profile. Let's resume like Shayad Muhammad Raza. So let's do a resume review. Two LinkedIn
Okay.
profiles, now a resume review. Yep. What do you like? What's your take on this? Yes.
First of all, at the first instance, I can say that you need to make resumes which are ATS friendly and which are either made on Google Docs or overleaf.com or even on GFG. But you should not make such resumes because having your, like, if 15% or 10% of the resume is covered with your photo and name, then it is not a good sign. So first of all, you can make your resumes using Google Doc, or you can make your resume on overleaf.com. So Siddharth, can you open overleaf.com for all of us so that we can see that what kind of templates we can find there?
Is Overleaf an open source?
That I'm not very sure about. Then we can stop in that case, right?
Like, I think we should stop. I don't want any copyright issues or something on the main
Yeah.
channel, of course. So I think you should just remove this because, like, the first thing is the ATS thing. So ATS won't be reading this, and then you have the skills and then the tools. But your work experience as a Java full time and this, so
This
these
should be
are
mentioned
for
on the top.
Yep, this is for filling up. So this is not for a working professional like you. This is for people who are there in the first or second year to fill up the resume size. But you have a two-page resume. First, don't have a two-page resume, have a one-page resume. Then you can remove this pick and all. And then you can remove this line as well as you can keep all of this part as a single line, and then you can directly start off with your work experience, and then below that you can just mention the skills, and the tools is absolutely optional because these two things would be filtered out just by the ATS. Okay, and this is the thing, and this is the most important thing, your work experience and your projects. If any of the space permits, then you can move forward with skills, and if the space permits more, then tools. But other than that, nothing is important according to
And
you. Yes.
I think he can portray his profile as a good Java developer or a backend Java developer, because he, if you will see Siddharth, if you could highlight, so he has mentioned object oriented programming, which I'm assuming is low level design as well. Then he has a Spring Boot and JDBC, everything. So it's a very good profile for a Java backend developer in any organization. Even I saw a lot of openings recently in big companies for Java Spring Boot developer. So he can portray himself as a Java Spring Boot developer. So these things should be mentioned before. And when you mentioned that English, Urdu, and Punjabi, so these things do not matter. And like you can use overleaf.com or Google Docs for making the resume. Having photo is not useful. Besides this,
Yep.
instead of linking your LinkedIn link completely, you can just hyperlink the LinkedIn profile line only. And writing about yourself, it is not required. And having those fat lines is also not required. So in the skills part, I think he can mention a little bit more of things. Can you scroll down to that once more?
Yes, absolutely. Just a sec. So this one would
And he's
be,
from Lahore, Pakistan, so people are watching from Pakistan. That's great, right?
he's from Lahore, Pakistan. Okay.
Lahore, I
Fair
think.
enough. Let's just
Lahore.
have his work experience. He has a lot of good work experience, I see.
Yeah, so you can see here, uh worked in this thing. So like I think these things should be like. Also one more thing, that irrespective of the fact that how much experience you are, first thing is that he has not mentioned, like, there are small things that he has not mentioned. Like he has mentioned work, that we know that, like, since he must have written when he writes experience above, then he does not need to write work at every time. And also one more thing, two things are important. One thing is that uh, uh, if you will see here, so the timeline in which he has worked for these companies, that is not very much visible properly. So that thing he can highlight properly. Also there are two or three things more. He has mentioned 5 or 6 lines for every company. Instead of that, he can make use of maximum 3 or 4 lines at max. One line should be tech stack that he used, and second, what he did, how he did, and what was the impact in terms of numbers. That is what he can highlight. But if you write so much, then the recruiter will not have any time to see, and he will not be able to differentiate. So that is another thing. But overall, I feel that he's a good backend developer. That is what I can feel, because he has written a lot about backend only.
Okay, so Java Swing based on, yup. So he has taking snapshot, live clock, monitoring, track activity against which is placed, task tracker hub, okay, EVS Lahore, and many other things, subsystem Lahore. Okay. So by the way, he has worked a lot on Lahore. By the way, Lahore is a beautiful place. I have watched a lot in internet. Okay, fair enough. Now we can move forward to the next resume, which is of Shalini Gupta. So the very first thing that I notice here is no editable link is present. So kindly have editable links in your resume. This is the very first thing that you should have. And next is your education, like what is the percentage up till this point. Okay, so BTech is of just 3 years. I don't think so. 2020, 2024. What is your case? Just you can mention it. So let's
uh,
just first have a LinkedIn profile. So let's just have a quick rigorous view of her LinkedIn profile. She has not done anything on her LinkedIn profile. Okay, so oops, sorry. So work a little bit on her LinkedIn profile. Why I'm opening that again? Yep. So now your views on this, Yash?
yeah. So at the first instance, I can see that I think she's 2024 pass out, so she should mention 2024 there. And she's
Yep.
from IIT Lucknow only, so it is. I think it is the number one state government college in terms of BTech in UP. Like it's very good college. So I think it has a 4 year BTech program, so she can directly mention 2024. Then talking about projects, so she has not given the links for the project. The GitHub links are not there, and the live links are not there. Weather app is also there, so tech use is not there for the first project. Then railway reservation system, I think she must have made for her college. So good tech stack is used, but no GitHub link, no proof of work is there. So that is something that she can attach. Then after that, in skills, you do not need to write the operating system and all those things, that they are completely not required. After this, like, let's open her code forces profile. What do you think, Siddharth?
Yep, let's do that. Okay. So she has a
So
rating of 702. She has given how much contest? Let us see. She has given only 7 contests at this point.
yeah, can you scroll a bit more down?
So there is no more contest. 7 contests only.
And how many problems has she solved?
She is able to solve two and one problem. Like
Uh,
after this point of time, you should like you should have just moved forward. Like when she started losing ratings, she just left code forces, I think so. Yep, she has kind of left code forces after that point. So I think that leaving code forces is not a way to battle code forces. तो जस्ट कीप गिविंग कॉन्टेस्ट. कितना गिर सकता है, कितना ही गिर सकता है, जीरो के नीचे तो जाएगा नहीं ना. जीरो तक जाने दो, फिर तो ऊपर ही आना है ना. So don't just think a lot. Keep just solving problems. Don't think like if you leave
yeah,
it.
I still
So
remember in
basically,
some contest I was not able to solve the problem. Still, my rating used to go up. Yeah,
yeah. So basically, see, at this point of time, you have nothing to lose in the form of ratings. So either you can leave it as it is, or either you can work hard and gain something. Otherwise, your profile would be just like this. So either you can just solve a lot of problems over this. She had solved more than 1500 DSA questions of different problems. Okay, she has solved a lot of problems, but she is not taking part. So by the
can
way,
you
a
open her
small
Geeks for Geeks
error in
profile also?
this, just a small error in this GitHub, the spelling is wrong. So Geeks for Geeks profile, let us see this. How many problems she has solved? This 33 submissions. She had solved a lot of problems, but a lot of easy problems and medium problems as well as, yep, she has done a lot of hard work in the form
I
of
think
DSA.
I think if she can make a resume on Overleaf or Google Docs, then and she, I think, the given the potential that she has, if she is there in the chat, so she has a lot of potential. Her ID, her like, she's very hardworking. That is why she's in the college that she is in, IIT Lucknow, which is very good college. So I think she solves a lot of problem of the days, because she has solved burst balloon, split array, n queen also. So I can see a lot of variety of problems she has solved. And the only thing that I find here is that she is not making her profile, LinkedIn profile, active. That is why she will not get reached out for some opportunities, and she might not be able to reach out. So she needs to make resume proper, LinkedIn profile proper. She needs to show whatever she has done. She has done a lot of things, I think, in the past 2 years. What do you think, Siddharth?
Yep. So, in my point of view, you have done a lot of hard work, but only in one dimension. Okay, try to diversify your hard work. Like, I know that you are working a lot hard in DSA, but keep giving contest for your online assessment. Okay, so that you stand out in an online assessment. Cream up your LinkedIn profile so that you would have connections over LinkedIn also. To be honest, I'm standing here at this point of time. I got my opportunity from LinkedIn itself. So I got invited by Geeks for Geeks on LinkedIn itself. So LinkedIn has the potential to provide you a technical role. So just diversify your hard work. But suppose one day when you don't feel like coding, don't just rush with coding only. In that period of time, just try to have all your information filtered out and all your information written down in a very concise manner in your LinkedIn profile. And I think you would be much better than this. Like you have a lot of potential, but you are not using that your potential. Okay, like you have just written at this point of time. If I go at this point, positions of responsibility mention a social curve. I have taught children, I guide children. So this doesn't make any sense. This just seems like you're not at all interested to get a job. Then there's all small mistakes. Like at some point of time, the font of the title is different and the font of this title is different. and then GitHub you have HTTP. So don't just rush to DSA or CP only this. There are other things than DSA and CP which are absolutely very important and as well as have the same importance like them. Okay. So what do you think? Yes.
Again, as Siddharth said, that a lot of bullet points, if you will see, the bullet points are also changing one by one as you move down and up the ladder. So bullet point format is changing. Then your email and everything should be clickable. And other thing is that she has, since she has done a lot of things, so maybe if she will make a one single column resume instead of two column resume, you can make a two column resume. For someone like me and Siddharth, we can make a two column resume because we have so much of projects, experience, internships, and profiles and everything, right? Because we are in our final year. But if you're in your third year and you have some space, so instead of having space, it's better that you make one column resume. That would be better. What do you think, Siddharth?
Yes, absolutely. It would be a lot better, to be honest. Okay.
And
So
mentioning the project links also is important. I think we have. I think Shalini has a lot of potential. Like uh, I haven't seen such kind of a profile in long time on GFG review resume review, which has so much potential, but still the resume does not look good. So obviously, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So she has to work on her resume, right? It's truth, right? If the recruiter
yeah,
will look at this resume, then she will directly just delete it or just ignore this resume, right? To be honest. So that is why she should make it on Overleaf or on GFG or on GFG also you can make your resume. You can just search GFG resume, you will get it, or you can make it on Google Docs also. But having this consistency throughout the font and bold, italic, everything should be in place. That is one thing. And having the proof of work, that is attaching the link, live link, is important. And achievements can be more, like she has solved a lot of problems. She has solved problem of the day and everything. I think that is why she solved so many problems. So that is what she can mention. And if she does not want to give code forces contest, so I think that instead of giving code forces contest, she can give GFG weekly contest also. So that is quite easier, and it is very much oriented towards the online assessment or online hiring rounds. What do you think, Siddharth?
yes, absolutely. Okay, so I think we are done till this point. I think we can move forward with you for the last point, and then we have some remaining ones. Let me just refresh how much is the responses. How much is the response? The response
uh,
is still seven or something. So I think we can move forward with you, and then we can have it for the last one. Do
yeah,
I
so
make
guys,
sense
you can,
to you, Yash?
yeah, do
Yeah.
course completion certificate hold any value? At least like in terms of value, actually the value is mainly for the skill. But if you have a certificate, then it does not like it at least shows that at least you have done something, you have gone through the course. So in that sense it makes sense. But in the longer term, skills makes more sense. But when you're beginning, so certificate might make it can at least add something to your resume. That's it. What do you think, Siddharth?
Yes. Yes, see, if you have like if you have a one-page resume and you don't have anything to fill, you are in your first year and you need something to be there on your LinkedIn profile. So what you can do is at that point of time, course completion certificate do look eligible on your profile. But after that point of time, it looks a little bit odd. Okay. So yes, can we move forward? What is the like target? Like, let me see the like target. And how much is the like at this point of time?
Yeah,
Like
let's see.
target.
It's 89 only.
Okay, so I think we can just have the 11 more.
Let's have 100 likes and then
And
we'll proceed further. Let's see we can
okay,
have.
fair enough. Let's see.
Can you guys
So can we
can you guys
have
hit the like
11
button?
likes? So can we have a quick 11 like and then so that we can just move forward? So let's see how uh, desperately you want Yashdavedi to teach. So let's just see. So
Let me
number
find.
of likes is now 90. Okay, let it increase gradually. So let's see if you can increase the like counter to 100 or not.
Yeah, so I think some important RCB or Mumbai Indian match is going on today. Like DSA course of GFG. Okay. So again, a reminder: you have this 25% discount. I think Abhinav
Yep.
has started reading the Django course.
Yep. He has an examination tomorrow, so he has started rating up the Django course. Okay. So do competition. Okay. So how much is the like at this point of time? Let me just refresh the page again.
93. Okay. So I think by the end of our question, we'll have 105 likes. Okay. All of you can
Yes.
be enthusiastic. This will probably for the next 25 minutes, this will be the last question. Then we'll again do a ask me anything. But you can give us a +1, guys. Then only we can proceed further, right? Without your +1, you can give us a quick +1 for a boost, and then we'll proceed further. Okay. And now I'm going to share the screen as well. So let's share the screen. So the problem that I'm going to pick is not that difficult, right? It's kind of logic based. So +2 +1 +1. Okay, great. So this problem that I'm going to pick up, it's been asked in a lot of companies, right? Don't think that it has been asked in only one or two companies. I think, Siddharth, we can have this format. This will look better because because of this format, we are half visible, half not visible, right? So
Okay.
this
Okay.
looks,
Fair enough. So by the way,
yeah.
just letting you know, Yash, I would be taking a 5 minutes break. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Seems
No
good
worries.
too.
Yeah, you can take
Uh,
a break, and till then I can solve the problems.
okay.
Okay.
Start up. You're good to go.
Okay. So guys, the problem that we are going to discuss is kind of a logical problem. Okay. So this problem that we are going to discuss, it has been asked in a lot of companies, right? And it is like kind of a logic, or you can say aptitude problem. Okay. So this is kind of an aptitude problem. I hope that the screen is clearly visible. It is kind of a logic or aptitude problem. And what we have to do in this problem is number of open doors. Okay. So like there will be an algorithm. There'll be some steps. Okay. And at the end, what you have to tell is you have to tell the number of, okay, you have to tell the number of open doors at the end. Open doors at the end. By the end, you can say by the end. Okay. By the end of this, by the end of the algorithm, whatever algorithm we are going to perform, you have to tell that, okay, what are the total number of open doors? Is this part clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat. Okay. Please write yes in the chat. Okay. Or give me a +1. What you have to tell is you have to tell me the number of open doors by the end of the algorithm. Okay. We will apply some algorithm, we'll apply some technique. Okay. There will be some number of doors given, and we have to tell the total number of doors that are open in the end. Okay. Initially all the doors will be closed, obviously. Now when we start here, okay, so the problem says that consider a long alley with n number of doors on one side. Okay. So let us say that I will take the n value, let's say something like 12. Okay. So let's take something like n is equal to 12. So let us say that there are 12 doors. So let's say there is a door number 1. Okay. Then we have the door number 2, then we have door number 3. Okay. Then we have door number 4, then we have 5, then let's say we have 6, we have 7. Okay. We have 8, then we have 9. Okay. Then we have 10, then we have 11, and then we have 12. Okay. So we have, let's say, 12 doors. Okay. You can take n as anything, but I am taking n as 12 here. Right. Now after that, there's one more thing mentioned. All the doors are initially closed. Please write close in the chat. Okay. Please write close in the chat. This is the way that I interact. So please write close in the chat. Okay. Initially all the doors are closed. So I will use two variables, like I will use 0 to indicate that the door is closed. Okay. And I will use 1 to indicate that a door is open. Okay. So 0 will indicate that the door is closed, and initially all the doors are closed. So 1 will indicate that the doors are open, and 0 will indicate that it is closed. So 0 indicates closed and 1 indicates open. So initially all the doors are closed. So let me mark all of them as closed initially, right? So initially all of them are closed here. So we'll mark all of them as 0 right here 0, 0, and 0. Okay. Then right after this part, if you will see, so you move to and fro in the alley and changing the state of the doors. Okay, so they will become open close somehow. So you open the door that is already closed and close the door that is already open. Okay, so if you like, let's say if you hit a particular door, let's say you hit this door, so you can maybe mark it as 1. Then if you hit this door again, then if it is 1, so you can mark it as 0. So basically what I want to say is, if a door is 1, then you will mark it as 0. If a door is 0, then you will mark it as 1. So please write flip in the chat. Okay, whatever is the current state of the door, so you will flip that. Okay, if it is 1, then you will mark it as 0. If it is 0, then you will mark it as 1. Is this much part clear to everyone, guys? Please tell me, then I will proceed further. Okay, right, so this much point is clear. So we will the algo will be based on flipping. Now initially, if you will see, so you start at one end on the alternating state till you reach the other end. Okay, so you will start from here and you will reach till here. Okay, you will start from left to right. Please write LR in the chat. Okay, so you'll start from the left and you will reach the right side. That is what the algorithm says. Now furthermore, it says that in your first go, you alter the state of the door 1 2 3 4 up till n. Okay, so in the first go, what happens? Like, please write 1 2 3 4 in the chat. Okay, in the first go, you change the state of all the n doors. Like every interval, at every interval, that is, like, you can write 1 in the chat. Every one, like every door, 1 plus 1 1 plus 1. So every door you change, right? In the first go, you change the state of every door. Okay, so in the first go, what will happen? Every door will be marked as 1. Okay, every door is marked as, like, every door will flip. So you can say that all of the doors were 0, so they will be marked as 1. They will be changed, their state will be changed. So all of them, I will mark them as 1. So this guy is marked as 1, this guy is marked as 1, this guy is marked as 1. Okay, this guy, thanks a lot, Vanchika, this guy is marked as 1 1 1 because I'm flipping them. Okay, so that's how I flip them. Now after that, the next thing that you will observe is, in the second turn, what happens? So see, first of all, you start from 1, so 1 2 3 like this. Okay, you flip the doors like this. Then after that, in the next go, you will flip the doors, you will change the state of the doors like this, 2 4 6 8 like this. Okay, you can see here. So please write 2 4 6 in the chat. Okay, now you will flip the doors 2 4 6 8 like this. Is that clear? So now you will be hitting the doors 2 4 6 8. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone, guys? Please tell me. And yes, if yes, then please hit the like button so that we can reach at least 100 likes. Okay, is this much part clear to everyone? Okay, yeah. So 2 4 6 8. So basically, we'll change the state of the doors. So this door is going to get closed, so this will become 0. Then this door is going to change, so it will become 0 as well. Then 6 will become 0 because it is 1, so it will become 0. Then 8 will become 0. Okay, then 10 will also become 0 and 12 will also become 0 because they were 1, so all of them will change. Okay, now after that, furthermore, if you will see, so it says that in the third go, we will be like 3 6 9. Okay, so you can see that this like 1 2 3 it is, then 2 4 6, then it is like 3 9 3 6 9. Okay, so please write 3 6 in the chat. Okay, it is like 3 6 9. So the state that are changing is now 3 6 9. Okay, so the door number 3 that is there, it will now change to 0, let's say. Okay, then the door number 6 will change to 1, I think. Then the door number 9 will change to 0, I think. Then the door number 12 will change to 1. Okay, this is how it will go. Then after that, this will keep on proceeding. So after that, which number will you have? Which multiples will you change now? You had 3 6 9 earlier. Now you will have what? 4 8 12 16 like this. Okay, this particular cycle. Please write 4 8 in the chat. Okay, now we will change the state of these doors. Please hit the like button as well if you're understanding till this point, guys. Okay, is everyone able to understand? Okay, so now we'll change the state of the doors 4 8 and all. So we'll change the state of this door, so it will become nothing but 1, and the door 8 will become 1 as well. Okay, and the door number 12 will become 0 here. Okay, this is what is going to happen. Then after that, after 4 8, what is the next state? 5 10 15 like this. Okay, so 5 will become 0 because it was 1, so it will become 0, and 10 is 0, so it will become 1 here. Okay, then after 5, it will be like what? We will have 6 and 12. Okay, like after 5 10, we'll have 6 12. So 6 will change to 0. Okay, and 12 will change to 1 here in this case. Right, after this, what will happen? You have 7 and 4, like you will have 7 14. So obviously 14 is not this, only 7 will flip, so 7 will flip to 0. Okay, then after this particular part is done, then you will have 8 and 16. So 16 is not there, so 8 will only flip, so 8 is going to become 0. Then you will have 9 and 18. Okay, please write +1 in the chat if you're understanding. So you'll have 9 18 and all. So 18 is not this, only 9 will flip, so 9 will become 1 here. Then after that, you'll have the cycle as 10 20 like this, 10 20 30. So obviously 10 is only there, so 10 will change to 0. Okay, Then after this, you will have the cycle as 11, 22 like this, 11, 22. So 11 will change to 0. Okay, that is what is going to happen here. Now after that, what will happen is you will have 12. So you will have 12, 24 like this. So this will be marked as nothing but 0 here. Okay, so after this, obviously all the doors are, all the things are done. So can you tell me at the end, can you tell me guys at the end how many doors are open? Can you tell me guys? 0 indicates closed doors and 1 indicate open doors. So how many doors are open at the end? Can you tell me? Can anybody tell me guys? Anybody tell me? Please tell me guys. How many doors are open at the end? Can you tell me? Please write in the chat how many doors are open at the end. Okay. So 3 doors are open, right? 1, 4, and 9. Oh, okay. Why? Because see, if I will look at this, let's have a case study. Let us look at this door number 8. Okay, let us look at this door number 8. The door number 8 is what? 8. Door number 8 is closed. Why? Because if you will see, door number 8 has how many factors? See, door number 8 will be hit when 8 will be hit by 1. Okay, 8 will be hit when I'm in the series of 1, when I'm in the series of 2, when I'm in the series of 4, and when I'm in the series of 8. Agree with me, yes or no? Door number 8 will be hit these many times by its factors only. Now door number 1, 8 will be hit by 1. When I'm in the series of 1, then I will hit 8. When I'm doing 2, 4, 6, 8, then also I'll hit. When I'm doing 4, 8, then also I'll hit. When I'm doing 8, 16, then also I'll hit. So I'll hit it 4 times. Okay, so even number of times. Okay, 8 has how many factors? How many factors does 8 have? Please tell me. Like, it has 4 factors. Okay, I notice one more thing, all the doors are open are square numbers. Yeah, so we will come to this also. Aman, thanks a lot for this observation. Now if you will see, so it has even number of factors, right? 8 has even number of factors, right? So you can see that, see, first of all the door was closed, so 1 will make it open. Okay, 1 will make it open, then 2 will make it close, let's say. Then after that, when I'll be in the series of 4, then it will be open, then closed. So basically now when it is even number of times, then the effect will be neutralized. When a number has even number of factors, then the door will be closed. Is this part clear to everyone? Please tell me guys. Is this part clear to all of you? That when a number has even number of when a particular gate has even number of factors, then it will be ultimately closed. Because what will happen here is, initially it is initially I'll open it, then I'll close it, then I'll open it, then I'll close it, right? So I can say whenever please write pairs in the chat. Okay, whenever factors of a particular number are existing in pairs, if you will see, so 8 is what, 1 into 8, okay, and it is 2 into 4. So they are existing in pairs, so there are even number of factors, right? So that is why this gate is closed. If you will see for the other example, let's say if we take for this case, let's say we take 10 also. Then for 10 we can see that it has also got 4 factors, 1, then we have 2, then we have 5, and we have 10. So it has again even number of factors. Why? Because it has factors like 1 into 10 and 2 into 5. So again, what will happen? Open, then close, then open, and then close. So ultimately the effect is neutral. Is this much part clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat. So even whenever a door is having even number of factors, then ultimately it will remain closed. But if I may say so, so if you will look here at 9, let's look at 9. So if you look at 9, so how many factors does 9 have? How many factors does 9 have? 9 has 1 factor. It has 1 as a factor, 3 as a factor, and 9 as a factor, right? So how many factors does it have? It has 3 factors. So if it has odd number of factors, so initially if the door was closed, so it will get opened, then it will get closed, and then it will get opened. So ultimately it is opened, right? What kind of numbers have odd number of factors? Please tell me guys. Perfect squares have odd number of factors. Why? Because if you will see for 9, so 9 is a perfect number. Okay, 9 is what? Perfect. It is a perfect square, I would say, right? It is a perfect square. So for 9, I have 1 into 9. Okay, that will make 9. And I have 3 into 3. So this 3 I am going to count exactly once. Agree with me, Siddharth? I will count as a 3 as a factor only once.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is why it will only have 3 factors, 1, 3, and 9. So this factor, this duplicate factor, because of this, it is having odd number of factors. That is why perfect numbers have odd number of factors, and that is why the numbers which are perfect numbers, perfect square numbers to be honest, they will be open at the end. Is that clear? Please write yes in the
Yes.
chat. What kind of doors will be open at the end? Perfect. Because if you will see for one is a perfect number. So one, that is why one has got odd number of factors. So one is open at the end. Then if you see for four, so for four also it is like what, 1 into 4 and then 2 into 2. So the ultimately factors are 1, 2 and 4. So only odd number of factors are there. So again, that is why I can say the same thing, that since a perfect number has one factor which is duplicate, so it will have odd number of factors, one factor less. So that is why it will have odd number of factors. So that is why it is open. Is that clear to everyone? Please write yes or +1 in the chat if this observation is clear to everyone. Is this much observation clear to everyone? Please give me a +1 in the chat, guys. I
Yep.
cannot I
So
cannot
at
agree without +1. Yes,
so
Siddharth.
at this point of time, for the last more than 2.5 years, 2.5 hours, Yash has been teaching, and I have been also like taking a 5 minutes break. Absolutely, like Yash is on no break at this point of time. But I think so that this work should be justified, and you should at least reply and like the video and share the video. Okay.
All
Yep.
right. So you can make the counter as 100 as well, guys. Okay. Because of IPL, we know that the like counter is less, but still, right? So see, again, if you will see, so how will I do this? Right. One of the ways, like building on top of Siddharth's point of view, Siddharth, can I say that maybe I could have applied some algorithm and checked for the perfect squares, right? But still, there is one
Yep.
more thing that I can do. If you will see here, what is the value of n? N value is nothing but 12. Okay. What is the under root of 12? Can you tell me? What is the under root of 12? 3 point something? Please write 3
Yep.
dot dot in the chat. Okay, 3 dot dot. 3 point something. I think Chetan Bhagat has a book, not 2 point something or 3 point something. I'm not sure if anyone remembers this or not. Right. So it is 3 point something. If I take the integer part, right? If any value n is given, okay, and if I
Yep.
take the integer part of under root of n, okay, so under root of 12, that is 3 point something. So it will come out to be 3. So ultimately, how many doors are open, Siddharth?
Three.
Only 3. Now let us
Yep.
say that if I take the n value as 20, so Siddharth, how many doors will be open? Can you guess? If I take n value as 20, so
Root
the
number.
door number 1 would be open at the end,
Yep.
then 4, and then I think 9, and I think door number 16 would be open as well. So in this case, 4 doors will be open, right? Since
Yep.
total 4 doors will be open, so again, if you take under root of 20 and you take the integer part, under root of n, if you take and you take the integer part, so what is it going to be? It's going to be 4 point something, but if you take the integer, so it is going to be 4. Is that clear?
Yep.
Is that clear to
Absolutely.
everyone? Guys,
Like
please
what
hit
you
the like button and give me a +1 in the chat.
Yep, what you can do is you can just do one square, two square, three square, four square. And then if you hit five square, it would be 25, which is more than 20. So you can just have the integer division. So you know the value would be 4 point something. That is how, even without doing any calculations, we are coming to the conclusion that yes, the value integer floor value of it is 4. So you can just
Yeah,
do it manually in this way.
because beyond this, you will not have anything, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that is why you have 4. Let's take another example and then we'll wrap things up, right? So let's say if I take something like 40 here. Okay, let's take a bigger number so that we can be brutally honest. Now, if I take this number, so I'll have 1 square, that is nothing but 1. Okay. Then I'll
Yep.
have 2 square, that is nothing but 4, which will be open. Then the next door that will be open is 3 square, that is nothing but 9. Then the next door that will be open is 4 square, that is 16. Okay, then the next door that is going to be open is 5 square, that is 25. Then the next door that is going to be open is 6 square, that is 36. Will there be any other door that will be open with that? No.
No, absolutely not.
No, because if I do
Or
7
seven
squares, so that
square,
would be 49.
49, which is more than 40.
Okay, so in such a case, I can say that if I just take the under root of n here, the square root of n, to be honest, like if you say, if you want to say it like that, square root of n, so if you take the square root of n, so which will be under root of 40, square root of 40, so that will come out to be 6 point something. And if you just take the integer part, because that is where till where we are, so that is why we have the answer as 6. Is that clear to everyone? So this was a logical puzzle. Okay, this was a logical puzzle. Is that clear? So what is the final answer, guys? Quickly comment down in the chat. Quickly comment down in the chat. What is the final answer for such a question, for this question? How many doors will be open at the end? Can you quickly let me know in the chat, guys?
Yeah.
Can you quickly comment down? Like if a particular n value is given, then how many doors will be open? Square root of n. Please write sqrtn in the chat, or something like that, and then things will be fine. And obviously integer part for it. Okay. So we need to typecast it to integer because it might return a double value.
Yep. Okay.
Shalini says yes. Other people are saying yes. I think we have hit 100 likes. I'm not sure. 99 likes. So somebody can hit the 100 like. Okay. So what do you think, Siddharth? How will the code look like for this problem?
And 800. So the code would look very simple if we get the logic itself.
So it would be just, we will return what? We'll return int of this thing, that is sqrt of n. And if you want to find the square root, you can use the my search algorithm as well. So that would find the square root in log n time.
So we have a
But I,
milestone. So we have the 100th like. Okay. So if no one unlikes the video, we have 100 like.
yeah,
Like
does Abhinav have another channel? Like he has another startup J with Abhinav? I'm not sure. Like, okay, let's try and submit this and see if it works or not. If it gets accepted, you will write ACOP in the chat, guys. A lot of test cases are there. Not sure what will happen, but see. Target done. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are able to successfully solve this problem. So please give us a +1 in the chat if you are clear with this particular problem, guys. Is this particular problem clear to everyone?
so. So thanks a lot. Even in this IPL season, we have hit a benchmark of 100 likes. I'm Avinav Bindra. Avinav Bindra.
Okay, and one more thing, if you will see here, so the n value, see, in I want to give you one more observation. In 1 second, okay, in 1 second, you can assume that you can do something like at most 10 to the power 8 operations. Okay, so here if you will see, so the n value that was given to you is 10 to the power 12. Correct, Siddharth? You can see here n value is
Yep.
given as 10 to the power 12. So this directly indicates that I need to do something in log n or under root of n. Okay, so that is why I'm doing it in under root of n time. So that is why it is like 10 to the power 6 operations. So it is under control. That is why my code is getting accepted within the time. So my time complexity is under root of n, but if you apply, if you take the under root using the, if you take the under root n using the by search algorithm, so that will be log n also. So you can do this by using the direct function in under root of n time, or that is square root of n time, or you can apply the by search algorithm to find the under root of n, and that can be done in logarithmic of n. I have seen many likes of you guys. You live streams are amazing. Keep up the hard work. Okay, Said Radha says yes. All right, great. So this was a very good problem, and that is what you can see. It was expected to. We were expected to do it in order of one time, an order of root n space. Now, before this also, I would like to do one more thing, right? If I will do one more thing, just a second.
Yep.
Is my screen visible, Siddharth?
No, I have unshared your screen. When you would open the problem, I would add your screen.
Okay, okay. So just a second.
Yep. I have opened up this. So now,
Yeah, so I'm just opening the courses up because it's my duty to inform all of you, right? So Siddharth, is my screen visible?
yes, absolutely.
Mm, all right. So if you can see here, as you can see that the carnival is going on, right? So yes, Siddharth.
Yep.
So you can see.
So in this carnival, you have a event where if you buy a coupon of 4,000, you will be getting a voucher of 6,000. And there is one more. Like, can you go up to the carnival? Like, there would be a
This one.
yeah. Like, is that over? Like, let's go back. Just go back a little bit. Yep, just
Here.
go a little bit. Yep, yeah. So an additional cashback. These are all the offers. So every day during this carnival, we have a lot of offers like the coupons and all. The coupons and all. Then for every course, we have a discount over each of the courses. Then you have a spinning of the wheel as well as this. So you can visit this if you are interested. So at this point of time, even at 12 a.m. I think so. Like 15 minutes are only left, so I can claim that it is 12 a.m. at this point of time. So even after 12 or like 3 hours, we still have a good amount of audience, and this was totally unexpected. Thanks a lot for your presence. We deeply value your presence. And so at, if you were in the stream at this point of time, consider liking the video and sharing the video. And if you're watching this in the recorded version, just have it in the comments like you can appreciate us so that we can keep up with this hard work. You can have a positive criticism over us so that we can just improve. So just your comments means a lot. Either it would help us to improve or either it would give us a pat on the back and we would keep up this hard work. So so that was it from my side. Any closing words from your side, Yash Trivedi?
I enjoyed a lot, and still the IPL season is going on, and I think at least at least 50 people were there throughout. Like some people went, some people came back, so at least 50 people were there. So that's a good amount. And Siddharth, what do you think before before ending? Shall we share the SD sheet with them as well? Because maybe some of
Yes,
them don't know
absolutely.
about it.
You can just hunt down the link and you can just give it to them. While so
Yeah.
thanks
So
a lot, Lini. So I would just mention the names which I have been saying from the very initial session to this. Thanks a lot, Nekaj. Thanks a lot, Aman Vijwala, and other folks like Rishit and all. Thanks a lot. Insecure, which is I don't know your real name, and Syed Muhammad Raza, Sahil Balia. Thanks a lot, and Vanshika Kapoor, and then Rukmini Bhartini. Thanks a lot.
Bharti
So
also.
yep. So by the way, I have blocked her from the chat. Like she can see the chat, but I have blocked her. By the way, what is the name? What is your name? Black T-shirt. What is your
Uh,
name?
ac-
Black.
Actually, this is Abhinav's account. Okay, the Prepara was his startup. Prepara was his J startup. Okay.
But still, you can just say your name again. What about my discount? Yes, absolutely. You have a discount too. You can just go back. Next time, when are you taking the session? The next session would entirely depend upon the response from you all. If the response is absolutely great, we would move forward with this kind of streams. If the response is a little bit negative, I think we can come up with a better one than this. Where can we get the recorded version? The recorded version would be there in the YouTube only, and it would reside here for the rest of the YouTube channel till this Geeks for Geeks channel resides. More power to you guys. Thanks a lot. So I think we are done till this point. What do you say, Yash Dwivedi?
Also, one more thing, Siddharth. I will request everyone to share this with their friends in the WhatsApp group, in the learning group, in the peer group, in the cheating group, in the assignment group, whatever they have, so they can share this thing with their friends. And apart from this, I would also request everyone that after this video is over, so they can make sure to comment on understood or like helpful in the chat or something, right? Or they can write some few lines so that the YouTube algorithm can make this video reach as many people as possible. So after this video is just over, so they can go to the offline comments and they can write some comments for us. If they liked it, they can write it helpful, they can write
Or they
more
can
streams of.
rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. They can rate our stream on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, definitely. And like I think we picked up topics, right? Primarily we have been picking up data structures, algorithms, but today we picked up a little bit on the mathematical side, at least you and me. Abhinav picked up on the sliding window and the two pointer side, and you picked up starting from the very basic prime numbers, then smallest uh, SPF, I
Small
think you
stuff.
picked up, na? Factor, yeah. And then after that, I picked up the similar prime number question. Looked like a prime number or a mathematical question, but eventually it boiled down to a puzzle only, right? So
Yes.
that's how you can be deceived in an interview or an online assessment. So our main motive was to help you solve some help you get started, keep you motivated. Like you can see, we are sitting for 3 hours, and we are still not tired. We, if more people were there, we would have continued for 1 or 2 more hours. But since the IPL season is going on, so we cannot do anything with that, right? So with that being said, that's it from our side. But there's only one request, that you can share it with your friends. You can share it in your family group also. If you can share good morning, good night messages, then you can share it in your family group. You can share it in your assignment group. You can share it in your college class group, right? And you can share it with your friends. And apart from this, you, after this video is over, you can definitely comment helpful or useful, or you can give a rating to our session, or you can write more session, we want more session or something, anything. Okay, our team will be looking into it, we will be replying to it. Okay, so that is the only thing that we expect from you. And as we are about to end, the people are increasing.
Okay, so the last word from my side, like this is the fourth stream I can say, and people were
Fifth, I think.
constantly, yeah, fifth I think so. So by the way, we as a mentors, like there are many people out there who have knowledge, but you as the audience build up people like Yash Trivedi or Siddharth Hazra or Abhinav. So the potential we have is catered by the response of you. So we value you all a lot. And in our due course, like as far as I have like observed Yash Trivedi, like Yash, me and Yash Trivedi are with each other working on with Geeks for Geeks. I think so more than one year.
It will be like, it's 1 year 8 months.
Yeah, it would be more than 1 year, 1 year 8 months. And Abhinav also, I think I would be completing 1 year with him. And I think so that we have went a little bit off topic and we have explained people, like we have given people the freedom to speech and we have catered everything. But most importantly, we are nothing without your efforts on your side. Like if no one was watching, we would have ended the stream on the second hour only. Like we would have gone to sleep. But you, as the audience, build up people like us. Like all the energy that we have. Like see, even though like Yash Dubey is not having his dinner, I'm not having his dinner. It's because of the people like you who build up people like us. So we value your
It's because
presence.
of you that we are sitting here, right? You have
Yes,
commented on our videos and all. Otherwise, we don't have any tags, big tags, as others have.
yep, absolutely. Like we don't have, apart from a winner, we don't have. Like we have a separate goal, we have a different thing, but we have the bharosa, so-called bharosa, or the trust from you all that we are moving forward with this. So that was it from my side. So were you guys from bachelor's fourth year? Yes, absolutely. Yash Trivedi is in his fourth year, and I am in my fourth year. And thanks to God as well as to the people like you, that we don't need to mention that we are in our fourth year. Like we try to skip that we are in our fourth year. So that's it's all because the trust you have built up on us. So
So
like
make sure.
Yash, yeah, Abhinav also didn't mention that he is in his third year, no?
Yeah, Abhinav is in third year, and both of me and you joined when we were at the end of our second year. We joined GFG at that time.
Yep,
So GFG, like GFG gives talent the right opportunity. Like it identifies talents quickly, and they give the opportunity as well.
but to be honest, like if you ask me, I'm given the full like me, you like many GFG. If they say that yes, you are good enough, you can move forward. So they don't bother you that you need to do this, you need to do that. They don't bother you. They give you a free hand over this. So this is off the recording, but I would trust me. So if you're planning up to do something with Geeks for Geeks, it's a company with values, I can say.
So with that being said, thanks a lot. But before that, make sure to avail the 25% discount on the DSA self-paced course, and spin the wheel as well. Enjoy it, right? The SD team must have worked. Maybe Siddharth might have worked on that wheel. He's not telling us. So he might have worked on the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript of that wheel. So that's the main point. With that being said, Siddharth, any more closing remarks from you?
No, just this. So I think I'm good enough. So that's it for today. All the best for your future endeavors. May I see people telling us that yes, we have seen your stream and I have improved because of this stream. Thanks. Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, and good night.